Welcome everyone. It's your boy Real Team Pisces. We in the building. First, I want to give a shout out to all my 2-2s, my 3-3s, and my 2-2-2s, and my 3-3-3s, and my 7-7-7s. Shout out to any other angelical numerical numbers that I may have forgot to mention. Also want to thank everybody for coming out to support the channel. Thank you. And those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell notification to be notified of my upcoming videos and content. We're going to jump right in. So, we're going to be talking about how to deal with fake friends and colleagues. Now, when it comes to colleagues, friends, many people think they got friends. A lot of people walking around thinking, oh, this is my friend, or this is my colleague, in the workplace, outside the workplace, wherever possible, right? Until they realize that they've either given off too much information, they've either vented to the wrong one. So I'm here to tell you guys that you have to be careful who you call friend. You can't tell everybody everything, even sensitive information, even who you're currently talking to, even when it feels safe to do so. So you gotta understand, like, a fake friend will shake your hand with one hand and then give you poison with the other. See, it's almost like a fake friend will shake your hand, and you gotta watch the ones that always compliment you, the ones that are always by your side, watching your every move, trying to find out what you're up to. And the worst part about it is the one that it seems though you can vent to, and you start to tell this person too much information, and now they get to see where you're wounded. Now they get to see where to attack you based off the information spoken. Welcome, Ty Simon. Welcome, Kingston Wizard. And the craziest thing about it is that how do you decipher from a real friend versus a fake one? See? Well, see who sticks around when you have nothing to offer. See who sticks around when you behave in such a way that is boring. Because most of the time, people will be loyal to you emotionally, but then at the same time, realistically, logically, they'll be a liability to you. See? And only use you for assets, things that they can benefit from. So once they can no longer benefit from you, then you start to realize why they were there in the first place. But this is why I'm telling you guys, as a Pisces, you must focus on yourself. And listen, no matter how bad, no matter how vulnerable or safe the situation can be with that particular friend, that anyone that you just call your best friend or someone you can find in, never give away too much power, because as soon as you start to tell a person that sensitive information, what happened to you in your job, how you got that raise, how you got that new car, how your boss pissed you off, if someone would sit there and listen to you vent, what would they get out of it? You're just giving them ammunition to hurt you later. See, that's called stored information. So they will they'll put everything you just told them into a file and use it against you later. What I'm getting at is that we create fake friends. because we rely on them so much. We look at a situation, and if that's the worst thing you could do is get too comfortable. See, as soon as you start to get too comfortable, then you start to share too much. You give away too much. And the worst thing you could do is, I'm not saying you can't be like friendly to certain people, because loyalty is not love, bro. Like, loyalty is not what you think it is. Like, loyalty is an illusion. See, people think that, oh, I'm loyal because I love you, I really rock with you. No, people are only loyal to what benefits them. See, but you gotta make sure to check which one is it of which your friend is there for. Are they there for you? Are they there for the come up? Are they there for the ascension? Or are they just there for what? The benefit, the asset. See? And the best thing you could do, why I said focus on yourself, is that you have to be able to break away from people from time to time. If you hang out on Monday, don't, find something else to do on Tuesday. You can't make it easy for people to get information out of you. You can't make things easy regarding giving people things. You can't tell everybody everything that's going on in your life from A to Z. You're supposed to keep some sort of secrecy to your life, even when others pry, even when others try to get that juicy information out of you. So the best thing to do and how to disarm someone. See, this is the thing. You could see, you're always able to tell who your open enemies are. But guess who hurts you in the worst way? The fake friends. The ones you don't see. The ones you don't see that betrayal coming. See, the ones that you don't see the knife. See, and think about it. We, as Pisces, we have to stop treating snakes like puppies. See, you got to understand that your enemy, your hidden enemy, is playing off of you. See, if you allow them to deceive you, they're going to keep doing it. Imagine sitting at the table, a dinner table, surrounded by hidden enemies. Because envy, this is a thing with envy. Envy is the seed, okay? Envy is the seed, so is jealousy. So a person can follow you around and claim they're your friend and follow just neck and neck with you all the time, and all they're doing is looking for opportune time. See, when you least expect it. But here's the thing. I'm not saying you can't have friends. It's just that we tend to think that we have so many friends, but really the circle is small. You have just enough friends as you can fit in your pocket. See? Because people attach the word friend with what they can get out of you. See? If you feed someone and clothe them every day without a price, what value are you to that friend? You're not worth the. Put it like this: if a person can easily get things out of you, they don't look at you as a friend. See, they look at you as what? A pushover. They look at you as someone that they could get stuff out of. What do some people think? Oh, this is my friend, just because they come around you. But here's the thing: you have to look at, do you need anything from these so-called friends, and can you get it? And a lot of times the answer is no. Even if it's something small. It's not that they don't have it, it's just they're not going to do you like you do them. That's why I'm here to tell you, you have to hold on to your power. Power is permanent. See, power is permanent, but when it comes to friends, are temporary. So that's the thing. Go for power. Hone in on power. Only way you're able to keep that power is by keeping your cards close to your chest. See, you're never supposed to let anyone see your hand. Nope. You can never let your friends think that they can top you, that they can get over on you, that they have enough of you, meaning your energy, the things that belong to you, as you share them with them. No. See, because then think about it. Once a friend thinks they have, oh, you've given them so much so many things. Then once they think they're on your level, and they think they're equal, then that's when they try to backstab you. That's when they try to hurt you in such a way you don't even see it coming. See, because they see what if a person gets everything they want from you, they don't have no use for you. That's why that's when you begin to see the fake friends, see? But they've showed you so many times their true hand. They've showed you their card so many times. But see, you have to look at the very thing of what you tell them. Think about a friend asks you a question. Let me ask you a question of how something went. And you realize that I don't want to go into that. I don't want to go into something that's going to make me look weak. See? Because you can't, listen, when you vent, you can't trust that. That's the thing with trust, venting to the wrong people. And you got to understand, they're not thinking the same things you're thinking. See? When you're telling someone something about your, how a situation went down, you think they're hearing you out, but they're really getting information on you, see, to use later against you. Well, welcome everybody that just came in. Let me see. No, that's the thing. Like, appreciate that, Kingston. Yeah, I appreciate the subs. Smash the like button if you resonate. But like, the reason why I chose this is because like, we live in a world that's the ultimate trap for your soul. It's the ultimate trap for your life. Is that people think they need friends, but the hardest thing is being able to decipher who's a real friend and who's not. See, your enemies, your open enemies, those are easy to notice. Those are easy to see. And you see, every time you see a known enemy, you already know what to expect. But it's very hard to be actually neck and neck with the fake one and not even realize that this person the whole time is secretly doesn't like you. See, and secretly is trying to betray you. But only when they get what they need from you. See, it's like what I'm getting at is that you have to starve them. See, you have to make things difficult. Because a lot of people, they're not going to stick around when they see, oh, I can't easily get something out of you. Or they see that, oh, there's boundaries. There's a high chance this person, is going to tell me no. Or this person just isn't going to share information. So when people ask you questions, what you got to start doing is you got to start being quiet. Silence, see? Because it's power in secrecy. You got to keep your secrets to yourself, man. I know you want to go out there and share something that happened happened to you, but you can't just share it with anybody, everybody, and stop sharing sensitive information, man. Even though you might feel like it's safe to do so, don't do it. You'll thank me later because it'll come back. See, sometimes you gotta test people. Sometimes you gotta give them a decoy. Sometimes you gotta give people something, to let them know something that didn't happen just to see if it'll come back to you. See, just to know if you can even trust them with information, because people talk too damn much. You could be telling one of your homies that is usually with you all the time some sensitive information. Then as soon as he gets away from you, guess what? He's running his mouth to somebody that you don't even know. Oh yeah, my boy just bought a new Mercedes Benz, man. Yeah, man. He got it parked right in front of his house too, man. Like, why are you telling somebody else that I don't even know my business? Well, I'm gonna tell you, because you allowed it. You allowed him to. You allowed him because you shouldn't have told him that sensitive information, where you stay, what you just bought, something that's going on with you, your wife, your kids. There's none of these people's business, bro. Keep these people out of your business. They shouldn't be able to predict your next move. See, because that's what. Listen, a fake friend, their job is to get close up on you. So how can they get close up on you? Coming around you, acting like you gotta watch the one that's always agreeing with everything you're saying. The one that is always, oh man, like them shoes, man. Yeah, man, you my dog. It's like they have to reiterate, convince you that I'm your boy. It's like, no, you're not. See, it's like who does that? Like, who really feel like they have to keep saying, "Oh, you my boy." Yeah, man. You always got, you always, my dog in my eyes. Like, you got to be careful, because these type of people are there to what? Feed off you, feed off your energy. See, so the reason why I'm gonna tell you, who do you think hurts you in the worst way? Your enemies? Nope. It's those fake friends. It's the ones you call. It's the ones that you think that is your friends, man. It's the ones that you think will not do it to you, bro. It's them, the ones that will do it to you. It's like people get killed and they get hurt by the so-called friend, the so-called best friend, not the enemy, not the known enemy. See, your known enemies, when you see them and they see you, you already know what's up. There ain't no thinking. There's no, oh, I got to think and see, oh, is this person on my side or not? No. You identify that when you see them. They know that already. But the fake friend, you don't even realize that they don't like. You don't even see it because you're asleep. But when you woke, you already know who's real and who's fake. See? And you gotta pay attention, bro. You gotta pay attention. That why does it always seem when you hit rock bottom, that same friend, he only comes around when things are easy. See? Oh, he ain't nowhere to be found when the shit hit the fan, though. When you down and out, oh, you ain't got a ride to work, something going down with you, that person ain't around. In crisis, they're not nowhere to be found. Fake friend. Oh, but when you rolling, everything good, they always there when things are easy, when everything's flowing. You wonder why. See? And some of them, they keep tabs on you because they want to get something started with you, just to watch your downfall and then leave. See? Just like they just make sure that you're doing bad and then they leave. See? Oh man, that's messed up, man. Yeah, man. Well, I hope it work out for you. Dip. See? Then it's like, oh, damn, why'd you leave? You left because you heard some unfortunate situation going on with me that I share with you, and then, oh, well, hey man, hope it work out. You really think they really mean that shit? No, they don't, bro. What they really saying is good. Good. I'm glad you lost that job. I'm glad that's what they really saying. But you got to notice the difference, because listen, you might think that people are literally listening to you vent about things that may have upset you or hurt you. No, they're not. Nope. And you got people that will bring it up at the wrong damn time. Hey man, didn't you say you ain't talking to her no more? To try to make you look like you're inconsistent in front of others. people that call out your bad, like the things that they know about you, but they say it at the wrong damn time because they're doing it intentionally, doing it on purpose. Hey man, didn't you say you weren't going back to the casino? Hey man, didn't you say you weren't gonna eat there no more? Man, I thought you said you was done talking to her. It's like they'll do it right in front of the person. And it's like, bro, what is you doing? Like, just throwing shade, cock blocking everything, bro. You got to listen. That is one of the known hater moves of a fake friend. That cock blocks. You trying to holler at a female and he say something that only the two of y'all talked about, but he making sure he ruined your chances with that girl, with a girl you just met. Then he tries to cover it up and says, "Oh, I'm just effing with you. I'm just joking." See, it's like, nah, you wasn't just joking. You did it on purpose, trying to block my flow. See, and that's the stuff you cannot let it slide, bro. And you cannot give them a reaction when it happens. As soon as you realize that someone is fake in your life, you have to, you have to detach from them. No closure. See, it's like once you study, so you have to keep your power. See, remember I said the power is permanent. Watch the pattern, not the words. Because as soon as you see that illusion clearly and have the clarity of what that person, who they really are and what they really like, as far as their interest, their best interest towards you, and you realize it's not genuine, it's not consistent, and every time they come around, it's like they're trying to get in your business. They're trying to find out, the latest, greatest thing you're up to, what's new. And then another thing, when they're asking you for things constantly, hey man, can you help me out with a couple of dollars? They always coming around asking you for stuff. Fake friend. And then you want to know, now when you start to give when people push, you pull. See, you do the opposite. If they ask you a question, hey man, how's life? Oh, it's all good, bro. You don't give them no you keep it vague. Don't give people no idea, because listen, they can't control nothing. Listen, they can only go by what you tell them. So when people dig and try to get in your Kool-Aid, they try to get in your business, be vague. Oh man, yeah man, it's all good, bro. Where you working at now? Oh man, I work at the little like the little gig, down the street, whatnot. A little razzle dazzle, ain't nothing really to it though. And always keep them talking. But what's going on with you, man? Flip the script and keep them talking. See, because as soon as you control the person that wins and hones in on the most power is the one that controls the narrative. See, because you're able to what? You're able to control the outcome. See, of that situation. So that's the thing you want to do when you're dealing with people, and because people will try to gaslight you too. That's another thing you got to watch out for when you're dealing with a fake friend. They'll try to gaslight you by saying something a certain type of way to get a reaction out of you. And what you want to do is you want to agree with them, but not. So what you will say is you'll say something like, right. Yeah, I need to work on that. Yeah, you right. And then just go silent. See? But don't get defensive. Don't try to, tell them like, oh, no, don't give them no reaction. Just say, oh, yeah, you right. Yeah, I do be late, but I do be late for work, but yeah. And then you just don't say nothing. See? Because that person is trying to get a reaction out of you. And a lot of times you can vent, but all you're doing is really telling that person your weaknesses. See? And what bothers you. Because you listen, like, when it comes to like, okay, look at Mr. T. Mr. T said, pity the fool. Pity does not, bro, you can get in your feelings about something and have some things happen, and then you want to share it with somebody to feel justified to get some shit, to get something off your chest. Don't do this. Nope. No matter how it may seem, even if maybe it could be an ego boost for you, or hey, once you feel justified, you might think like, oh, this is what I like to do with my friends. Do not do this. This is a trap, because what ends up happening, you start to confine in this person, and then you start to overshare, and then you start to what? You start to release sensitive information. Then this person is studying you. They realize what bothers you. See, and then they save that information for later to attack you with it. See, it's like, oh, you could get the vent. You could get into you could start venting to a friend, man. My boss this, my boss that, my boss. You know what my boss did to me? He told me to, do. And then that friend realizes that made you feel, that hurt your feelings, or that made you feel some type of way. But if they secretly dislike you, now you just put them up on how to hurt you. See, you gotta understand what the boundary there is, that you have to keep your cards close to your chest at all times. Nope, you cannot let nobody know what's going on. And always tell a different person a different story. See? Nobody should know the same stuff. That keeps people from manipulating. That keeps people from getting in your business, because nobody has the same information. It's like telling player A to player B to player C to player D something totally different. And you just being vague. You're like, yo, yeah, I went to the store. Oh, who's your girl? Is that your girl? No, well, I talk to her sometimes, but sometimes I don't. And you want to keep flipping the script, because as you're doing this, it's kind of like you're moving across the chessboard. See, you're not really giving someone easy access to the information. Nope. You got to learn how to not give in just because someone's asking you for information. You got to know how to just be quiet. The more talking you do, that makes you look worthless. See, it's like your value goes down. The more you start to talk, like when the more talking you do, as far as sharing personal things about yourself, then people lose interest. They're like, okay, well, they look at you differently based off of what you told them. Now they interact with you differently. But the best thing to do is to be quiet, focus on your own life, have your own motion, have your own things going, detach, no closure. See, and then what ends up happening, people realize that, oh, they don't really know nothing about you. Then they start to respect you, because they start to realize, oh, I don't really know this person. They haven't really just flat out just told me anything, even when I asked for it. They're not just giving me things, easy access to this. And it happens to the best of us. But I would say this, I'm gonna go into another thing. Now, fake friends, like I say, fake friends are hard to avoid, because, like I say, anybody could be a fake friend. It's like I said, we tend to, man, it's freezing in here. I'm sorry.
It's like 20 degrees. But yeah,
I'm gonna tell you guys a few things, okay, according to my notes.
now, see, when it comes to fake friends, you guys, as I stated, they only come around when they need something. See, it's like as soon as you see, and this is why I say you can't be the type of person that gives things away. See, for free. You're always giving somebody something. See, because they're not going to, you might think that's going to make you look loyal. No. You gotta understand that it's about, how can I say this? Everybody is out for themselves, usually. See? So nothing that you would do, even if you do have the type of heart to give to others, doesn't mean that, oh, you're gonna get that back. Not everybody operates like you do. See, now you may feel that someone only calls you when they need money, when they need favors, when they want to connect, or just help in general, right? But then they disappear when you need support. See, that's the biggest red flag right there in itself. And once you see this, you have to end it. No closure. Disappear from this person. Cut them up, block their number. See, because they want you to react. They want you to confront them and say, "Oh, you just come around when you need something." But then when I was stranded, where were you? Don't give them this type of power over you that their behavior is affecting you. Once you see they're not there for you, in any other circumstance, boom. Now you know. See, because of the pattern. The pattern is they only come around when they need something. And once you recognize that, then you can start to move accordingly. The best way to get your power back is to detach. Don't call this person anymore. Stop showing up. Stop coming around them. See? Because when you start remaining silent, it exposes other their true hand, see, towards you. You start to see who they really are. They do it naturally. They expose themselves every single time. Just because you stop hitting them up. You stop coming around. Now, another thing is, instead of supporting you, they compete with you. See, it's like once you get a new car, they're not gonna clap for you. Nope. They're gonna try to top you and go get one up you and go get a better car that they feel is better than what you got going on. And then they'll tell you about it, right? And the difference here is a real friend will celebrate with you. They'll celebrate your wins. But a fake one feels threatened at your success. See? A fake friend feels threatened when you receive rewards, good things, when you have wins, when good things happen to you. And they also what? They minimize your success, or they try to one-up you. Like I say, they'll try to one-up you. That's the difference. So you see these red flags often. But the problem is, when you see these red flags, what do? Do you cut these people off, or do you tolerate? See? And understand, people know when they are being fake towards you. They expect you to catch on. They expect you to stop talking to them. But when you don't, you show weakness. Oh my God, bro. Why is this always happening, bro? It feels like it's Friday the 13th or something, bro. What the hell? Where did my phone go? What's going on? I didn't even know this was on there. Man, that's never happened to me, man. My damn phone fell under the seat, you guys. Whew. Man, that's crazy. I was not intending for my phone to fall under the seat, but that's really crazy. Okay, so speaking of the devil, as soon as I got on the live, that the fake friend ends up calling. See, but this is why I said the signs. Okay, the signs you pick up on the signs. Isn't that kind of ironic? That's crazy, right? As soon as I started on this live, fake friend calls right in the middle of the topic. It's crazy. See? And that's because they feel when you pull away. When they push up and you pull away. See? When they push, you pull away. Because that's how you take your power back. See? You become absent. So it's like, oh, people, listen, that's the person, a fake friend's worst nightmare is for you to pull away. They become disoriented. They become, oh, what's going on? Because they were they were used to you being consistent. They were used to you, showing up every day. Then all of a sudden, you're absent. Then you're absent again. What happened? Why such an energy shift? See? This is how you deal with your fake friends. This is how you deal with your hidden enemies. So you got to have a strategy. If you're a realist like me, you have to develop a strategy. But this strategy is not to harm anyone. It's for you to protect your energy, because when you have these type of people around you, you have to treat them as they are. You can't treat them but you can't treat a snake like a puppy. See? Because you're going to get bit every single time. So as soon as you realize that someone is not genuine towards you, they only come around because they want something, you have to cut them off. See? And the only best way to cut them off is don't give them any closure. But what you have to do is, see, you can't go easy on them. You must go all in. It's a lethal surgical cutoff. See? And that's why I say it's not for you to always block them, because that would be more of you reacting emotionally. What you want to do is you cut the access off. See? Maybe they had access to come over your house, but now they no longer can do that. See, you remove access. You remove the access of them being able to just come over by you so easily, so quickly. And now they can't. See, you take the privilege, you take the whole right away from them. See? And they can feel that. They can feel, oh, you don't come around no more. See? And that's a reflection. It's like, yeah, I don't come around no more, but I'm not going to explain why I don't come around no more. See? You keep that to yourself. That silence, that's very powerful, that you could do that and not even budge or break or leak or spill the beans about what's going on, because you don't owe them a reaction. You don't owe them an explanation of why you cut them off. Just know that the membership is expired. See? Now, another thing is a fake friend doesn't respect your boundaries. See? When you say no, they keep pushing, they keep pushing, they keep pushing. And what you have to do is reinforce. You have to reinforce the boundary once someone tries to cross it or push it. See? Once you tell someone no and they don't accept it, they don't respect you. Period, point blank. You say no, I got to work in the morning, I can't hang out with you guys and drink, go do whatever it is they're asking you to do, because you prioritize your job for the next morning, your next shift. And they're like, yo, we ain't gonna be out long. We gonna just be there for a little bit and leave. What they're basically saying is, F you. I don't care about your job or you having a job. Come out here and drink with us. You have to hear it differently. See? When someone doesn't respect your boundaries, they are not your friend. See? They will shake your hand with one hand and give you poison with the other hand. See? And you got to see it for what it is. You got to stay woke, because if you don't, if you stay asleep while they're doing this, you're going to do yourself in. You are giving them listen, you're giving them full access to hurt you, because you don't, it's almost like you don't want to see what they're really doing once you know what they're doing. Now, here's the thing. So fake friends, like I say, they push you to do things you don't want to do. See, it's the things you don't want to do. You don't want to come over and drink. You don't want to smoke. You don't want to spend the night. You don't want to go out of town or whatever to go. You don't want to go to the concert. Any little thing. Why can't you just respect my decision? I don't want to go. You don't owe anyone any sensitive information of why you don't want to go. If I say no, it is what it is. The answer is no. But when you get that pushback, that just means the person doesn't value you as a friend. See, accept it for what it is. Because what tends to happen is when you put it like this, the whole point of them pushing you in the first place to get you to do things you don't want to do is to what? Make you feel guilty, see, for saying no. It's cold-blooded. That's why I said, like, when a person don't respect no, then they try to make you feel guilty for saying no. It's almost like if you ever felt like you have been punished by someone because you said no, it's like, oh, how dare you tell me no? And then they start to, their behavior changes towards you. They interact with you differently than they were. And it's like they're trying to make you feel some type of way for saying no. It's like, that's not your friend, bro. See? That's not your friend. A real friend will respect your boundaries. Now, another thing is, like I say, they disappear when you're struggling. See, real friends, they check on you when life gets hard. But the fake friends, they vanish once you're going through a rut. See, as soon as you're going through tough times, they're gone. See, nowhere to be found. They won't even answer the phone when you call them, right? And another thing is because they don't want to deal with it. See, they don't want to deal with the whole come get me from work. I have no way. They look at you as being an annoyance at that point. See? And that's the thing until they need something. Now, another thing is they act different around different people. See? So as soon as they get around someone that they could find in, you would notice the difference. Oh, you don't talk. See, you don't treat me like you treat that friend. See? Oh, then you get to see who really who is really their boy. See, based off, you can see the indifferences. Oh, man, you don't come around like, you know, how you got hit, you got this person back. I hear you talking about this person having their back, going to pick them up, giving them rides to work. But when I need something, you're not there. So once you see the indifferences, that's how you got to instantly adjust. See, you got to reset your position regarding that friend, cut them off. But this is the thing. You do not give them closure. See, you have to work the strategy of like a chess game. See, once you reevaluate, you observe what's happening, then you start to execute the cutoff surgically. Cut off, stay silent, silent withdrawal, boom. Now they can't get a hold of you. You've blocked their number. See, they're wondering, they're hitting you up and they don't realize that you blocked them. See, why? Because they didn't think you caught on. See, that's the thing. When a fake friend, he realizes that he can't get that access that he thought that he once had, he wakes up and realizes he's been exposed. See, but he can't figure out what you know because you didn't tell him. It's cold-blooded. Because why would you tell? The reason why I say do the silent withdrawal is because if that's your enemy, what do you think he's going to do if you were to tell him, hey, man, I noticed you've been fake lately? Remember I said he's going to shake your hand as a friend with one hand, but then the other hand, he's going to give you poison. And, hey, sometimes in the other hand, it could be a knife. So think about if you confront a hidden enemy, what are they going to do to you? By you conflicting with them head up and just saying, yo, I know you been acting fake and this and that. Now you just fed into the trap. See, now they end up blowing your brains out right then and there, robbing you, doing whatever it is, because now they know they no longer have access to you. So what is the difference? It's better for you to just cut them off. See, you don't owe them closure. They was never your friend. So why would you do them? Why would you do them the favor of letting them know when they didn't let you know they were fake? So when you cut them off, you don't owe them no explanation. See, that's how you gotta move. See, and here's the thing. Another thing is that, okay, so as I mentioned, they act different around different people. Okay, now you might notice their personality changes depending on who is around. See, they may act like they're loyal to you, but then in private, you're like, yo, but then all of a sudden they become distant, dismissive, see, in public. See, to you around those same people. It's like when they're around these certain type of people, you wonder why. Hey man, we'll catch you later. Hey man, it's always like you're being dismissed. They're creating the distance between you and them regarding these other people. You wonder why you're not invited, or you can't come with. See, it's almost like they leave you out because you're not the friend. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Now, another thing, they secretly enjoy your failures. This is why you can't vent, fam. Don't listen. I know some of you may feel like, oh, well, who am I going to talk to, bro? You got to just man up, bro. You just got to, hey, keep it to yourself, bro. You will be better off watching something on YouTube and self-medicating than or pray or meditate or fast, but do not confine in sharing your cards with someone, giving them all that power, fam. Power over you. The more a person knows about how you feel, where your emotions are, where your weak spots are, what hurts you, what bothers you, how your feelings are triggered. Oh, you giving them free ammo, and you don't even know it. See, so another thing. See, I'm gonna tell you. This is the sauce behind it. See, if somebody seems quietly happy when things go wrong for you, see, that's envy. That's envy all day. Envy and jealousy are right neck and neck. And jealousy and envy are the seeds of what? Betrayals. That's the whole thing about it. See, a person looks at you, they like, yo, man, I really like what old boy got, old boy is really successful, or he got this going on, or he always got something new. He's always got the honeys, he's always got the hoes, and whatever it is that they're envious about. And you really think that they're complimenting you. No, they're not, fam. See, they're angry, secretly angry at what you got going on, because it's not them. See, but that's the thing. When a person is secretly and quietly happy about your failures, when things go wrong for you, that's envy, is not friendship. See, jealousy is not friendship, bro. Don't let nobody sit there and lie to you and say, oh man, your friend can be jealous and still be your friend. No, fam. As soon as they show that jealousy, nope, they never was your friend. Nope. Because they're secretly competing with you. A real friend don't compete with you secretly, and never will do it, even if it wasn't a secret. They never think like that. But as soon as you see that jealousy, it's a red flag. Cut it off surgically. Done. You don't owe them, hey man, I'm cutting you off. You don't owe them no reaction, no emotion, no trying to negotiate, reasoning. No. Once you see it, you log it in, done. Block. You could dismiss yourself. Hey man, I'll catch y'all later. I gotta roll out and leave. That's it. You don't owe them no. You break them off softly. Don't sit there and you don't owe them why, what, when, how, what happened. Nope. Done. You have to distance yourself because the power is permanent. See, that friendship and all that stuff temporary, especially when it's a fake friend. Now, here's what you have to know. Your fake friend is monitoring you. A familiar spirit, yes. See? And it's fully charged. Fully charged. Meaning they're hyper focused on you. Think of an eagle that soars in the sky. Sees you before you see him or her, right? Before you see it. You would not even think for 1 second to look at the sky and say, damn, that eagle is really keeping pace with me. So you don't even know you're being watched. You don't even know that this person is calculating your every little move, every little thing you do. They're watching you. See, like a damn hawk. Why? Because they're keeping score. That's not a friend. When somebody is sitting there fine-tooth combing your every move, oh, he got a new car. Okay, then he got fired. Oh, so we're even. Oh, now he got this going on. That's what they're doing. They're keeping score. So fake friends, they track everything that you do. Everything. They don't let the sun go down without logging in something. See? Now, they look at, listen, they track everything to where who paid last for whatever dinner, or you guys went and hung out. Maybe y'all went to the little baseball thing where you guys did a little sport, look, you know, whatever it was, drinks, beers, whatever you could think of, beer pong, any little thing, chicken wings. Hey, the track, whatever. So who paid last? Who did that favor? See, they keep track of everything. Or what you owe them. See, this is the number one red flag a lot of people miss with fake friends. Hey man, you know that little $5 I gave you, man, on the wings that you said you didn't have. I just want to know when I'm gonna get that back. That's not your friend, bro. When the ones that they really think you're not gonna pay them back, it's like they really, hey, so you know, hey man, you know that little $3 that I loaned you when we was at the soda machine and whatnot, you said you was gonna give me back. And you could feel it, you feel it. And you like, what you thought I wasn't gonna give you money, bro? Like, you really think I'm not gonna pay you back? That's not your friend, man. He's trying to gaslight you. See? He's trying to remind you that you asked him for something on some petty shit. See? To start something. That's why I'm trying to tell you it's not your friend, bro. And here's the thing. Real friendships, they are not transactional. Point period blank. See? Now, another thing, and this is very, very, you have to pay attention for this. You gotta be woke, bro. At all times, you gotta keep your cards close to your chest. You cannot show your hand. F that. Stop thinking, oh man, you gotta stop being you gotta stop being so damn nice, bro. You gotta be more secretive, bro. You a Pisces, bro. You don't owe nobody what's going on with you. No. Even if you finna go to the store, they ask you, hey, bro, so what you doing, bro? What you on? Man, I'm just sitting here, bro. I ain't on shit, bro. I'm just cooling. Oh, you just chilling, huh? I know you just be chilling and stuff. You don't really be doing shit. Nah, bro, I don't really got nothing going on. You gotta act like you boring. You gotta act like you ain't got shit going, fam. Bored, you gotta make it seem like you boring as hell. It ain't nothing here. That's what you gotta do. You cannot tell people what you up to. Never do that. Don't never tell people, oh yeah, I'm going to the club, man. You know I got an album out. You know I got a show tomorrow. No. You know why? Because they'll try to stop you, bro. They'll try to, man, listen, somebody jealous, they'll try to murk you, fam. They'll start plotting while you sitting there running your mouth, telling them all your stuff, bro. Everything you up to. That's why I said we tend to create fake friends because we talk too goddamn much about our success. We telling the wrong people that do not like us, bro. See? Now, another thing is that they don't defend you, fam. When you're not around, they talking bad about you. Man, even the females too. If the females don't like you, they definitely doing you dirty. Tearing your heart right out of your dead, ripping it out of your chest to others. See? Making funny, ribbing you, doing all kind of stuff. Disloyal as hell. Don't give a damn. See? So another thing is, see, if somebody let other people disrespect you or they join in on it, when people start to criticize you, put you down, and you are not presently there, they are not really your friend. Nope. See? Now, another thing. This is the number one thing. Your intuition as a Pisces will always let you know when you are dealing with somebody that is fake, bro. See? It's like trying to use a counterfeit dollar bill, bro. Who really gonna fall for that, bro? Somebody that's asleep, bro. Somebody that's not paying attention, bro. So in order to recognize a fake friend, you gotta be on point, bro. You gotta be woke. You gotta be paying attention, bro. Because if you not, you gonna take that counterfeit bill, bro. And then as soon as they gave you a $100 counterfeit bill, and you like, now your drawer all short, it's time to check out at night. They count your drawer down. Oh, wait. This bill is not real. Hey, you know you got a fake bill in your drawer. Oh, damn, I didn't even know. Bro, that's how your fake friends, that's how they finesse you like that. Because you do not know the difference. See, you think just because they're around you, you think you're safe. Then you start to unload your cards, your true hand. You show them what you got. The wrong person. See? Now, another thing is that your gut feeling feels off when you are dealing with a fake friend. It will always feel like something is not right. And you might think that you're tripping. You might feel like, why am I feeling uncomfortable? Why do I feel like something's going on? Because it is, man. See, you be trying, look, as a Pisces, you start getting overwhelmed and thinking like, why am I thinking somebody trying to do something to me or somebody is doing something to me? Because they are, bro. Your body reacts first. Remember, it's all tied to your intuition. So subconsciously, you will become aware. But you're gonna feel it in your body first. When something is not right, you're gonna feel it in your body first. Usually your chest you feel it in your chest and you feel it in your belly. You feel it. It could be simultaneously where you start to feel like, man, like you can't, like you gotta gasp for your breath or, catch your breath. It's like you could feel like something's off, but that's your signal, man. See, that's to get your attention because you're not paying attention. That's why your intuition starts to do that, because it's like, yo, trying to get you to pay attention to what it is trying to show you and tell you. See, now, why? Because your intuition is powerful, man. See, now, if something about the friendship feels fake, forced, or it drains you, trust that feeling, bro. Listen, you have a better chance of trusting what you can't see, bro, than what you can see. Because your eyes can deceive you. See, your eyes can deceive you because you're conditioned to call someone that you hang around, oh, that's my boy. That's my girl. That's my sis. That's my friend. Because you look at the person that's calling you on a day-to-day, that's hitting you up in the DMs, you're conditioned to think automatically that this person is your friend because you're not paying attention to what's in between the lines. You're not paying attention. And then when you do that, when you get around these people, you instantly assume that you could just show your cards to them. There's no privacy. You're just so open that people look at you and they say, oh, they know how you feel. They know how you think. Why would you give someone so much power over you? The more they know, the more control they have over you. See? Because you have what? You have opened up your emotions. You can't do that. People will use that of what you tell them of how you feel as a weapon, man. Later. And I'm gonna tell you, The one that asks you how your day going, the one that tries to open you up emotionally, that's the one you gotta watch. Because that's the one that's trying to figure out what bothers you. See, it's not about the loyalty. Some people will be loyal to you emotionally, but they're going to do they will be a liability to you. They will literally hurt you and betray you otherwise. But emotionally, they're loyal to you. So they pick and choose. They're selective. Oh, I'll listen to you vent, because as you vent, guess what I'm getting? I'm finding out I'm getting free ammo. See, I'm trying to bring you to your demise, so let me get every little ounce of information that I need to study you. Once I got you figured out, then guess what? Now that person starts betraying you. Now that person starts to escalate the drama, the tension between the two of you for no reason, because you gave them the access. See? But when you're more closed off and people can't easily pry information out of you, then they end up backing up. See, it's better to be feared than loved. It's better to be feared than loved. It's better to not give a damn what people think about you than to be liked by everybody. Because guess what, bro? Listen, they will tear your ass up, fam. The more nice you are, people don't look at you as being cool. They look at you as food. Could you imagine? You thinking you doing a good deed. You walk into an atmosphere. You walk into an environment. You got so much blessings and have extras to give, right? You give all these people that rock with you, that follow you around on a day-to-day. You looking out for them. You making sure they eat. You making sure they got what's the same things you got. Only to find out later that they took advantage of you. They didn't appreciate that. They looked at you like a disposable rag. They looked at you like someone that had no value. They looked at you as being what? A sucker man. See? And you wonder why, when you do try to put a price on it after you've already showed how weak you are to them, they don't respect you. They're not gonna, pay for something if you've been doing it, any other time for free. And then it's like, when you do try to establish boundaries and say, hey, I need gas money, but you wasn't charging gas, the 6 months before, they're gonna look at you like a damn fool. And they'll get beside themselves and disrespect you even more because you let them, fam. You keep, that's why I say it's better to cut them off. Because think about it. If somebody shows you they're fake and they're not your friend, bro, they're never going to, listen, nothing's going to change. Don't give them another chance. It's almost like as soon as you realize a snake is a snake, fam, kill it and throw it out, bro. You wouldn't keep the snake just, maybe I'll give them another chance. No, bro. Once a person show their hand, bro, that's it. Ain't no second chances, bro. When a person cheat on you in a relationship, it's over, bro. There ain't no love. There ain't no, let's run it back. Another second chance. Let me check your phone. No, it's over. We ain't rerunning nothing. Ain't no second chances. I don't play no damn games. You have to listen, you got to hold people accountable. You got to hold the spotlight. You got to hold them in the spotlight and say, look, what's so funny? You think it's funny playing with me like that? Yeah, Nah, you got to hold people accountable and let them know, man, I don't play them type of games, bro. You ain't finna do none of that over here with me. I don't do that geeky and gaga and all that stuff. I don't sit here and let somebody play in my face and we cool 2 minutes later. No, it's over. It's done. See, that's how you gotta be. You gotta be ruthless, bro. You cannot be the type of, listen, you know what's crazy? Because you can't give that type of, you cannot do things for people that are not deserving of it. It's a difference if you have a loyal friend and that person been rocking with you when you were struggling. That's different. Then you might help that person, but you don't give everything to that person even then. See, it's like you have to pace yourself gradually. Give a person like a if you have a loaf of bread, give them a slice of bread. Don't give them the whole damn loaf, because people can see when you're trying to be liked. We call this people pleasing. When you see, people know when people know when they don't even deserve what you have to offer. So think about it. You give a person one loaf of bread, they're like, yo, what you give me all this bread for? Like, that ain't gonna make them like you more because you gave them more of what you had. Don't overdo it, because every time you overdo it, you show weakness. You show weakness. The more you share, the more you talk. Weakness, weakness, weakness. Because people look at you and say, damn dude must be vulnerable. He must really need a friend, or hey, we really going through it, And you sitting there talking about, oh man, this girl cheated on me, and oh, she did this. You throwing a pity party, and bro, you thinking that, oh, you trying to feel better, but you're doing it wrong. See, you have to know that you just can't trust people telling them like that sensitive information, bro. No, it's different. Tell somebody that you can trust telling that information to. Your sister, somebody that's close to you that they are really, on your side. They really got your back. But don't just go out there, Joe Smo, and just start yeah, man, oh man, my boss came in my face talking about some move to do, and then you showing this person just how you feel about it. See, then they use it against you later. So that's why I say, like, man, don't even tell people. If you got scammed by somebody, don't tell nobody you got scammed. That's sensitive information. Now that person gonna think you sweet because you telling them, oh, you got scammed by somebody else. Now they gonna see the opportunity, like, oh shit, he just got scammed. Oh hell, man, let me get him while he's vulnerable. See, it's like you can't open up just like a damn can of corn, fam. You just can't do it, bro. You cannot do it, bro. It ain't worth it, bro. It's better to act like you can't find a can opener and be like, man, damn, I can't even open the damn thing. We ain't even got the can open. We got to go to the store and get one. And then if a person just hem you up and they thirsty for the information, it's like, no, what you so damn eager to know for? See, ain't nobody gonna want to sit there and listen to nobody throw no pity party, bro. But somebody that sits there and wait, somebody that would sit there and wait for it, have ulterior motive for it. See, you got to be careful, man. Be careful who you hang with, fam. Be careful who you call a friend. Be careful who you let come around your circle. See, because people will, man, I'm telling you, people will twist your arm in the worst ways. Okay. Now, here's the thing. A real friend adds peace to your life. See, and that when it comes to peace versus pride, peace is something that you have to create for yourself. See, and that it's better. Listen, it's better for you to be alone, to have peace. See, it's better for you to have peace than to be around a fake friend on any given Sunday, any day. I know some of you might say, well, that's boring to be to myself, but bro, that's the best thing. That's healthy, fam. Because as long as you got a snake around you, bro, see, a snake can hurt you in so many different ways, bro. Not just by biting you. They can squeeze the life out of you. They can roam around, pull you towards other snakes. And then this is what a lot of people fail to realize. The greatest red flag of hanging with a snake is who do you think is tied to them? Other snakes. It's cold-blooded, bro. You could be surrounded by snakes and think that, oh, you just want the company because you're afraid of being alone, bro. And then you wonder why you still don't make it out. So what's the difference? You have to create that indifference. See, you got to be somebody that people know. I mean, he don't play, bro. He don't just be telling folks his biz. He don't be opening up telling folks nothing, bro. And man, we ain't finna don't we they'll respect you and say, oh man, no, he ain't gonna go for that, bro. See, it's like now a person see that there's boundaries. They see, oh, it ain't easy. See, this person's gonna be very difficult for us to eat on. We can't eat. We can't just get something out of him. See, he ain't gonna go for it. That's what you want them to say. Now, here's another thing. A real friend, like I say, they add peace, they add loyalty and support to your life. And a fake friend, they add confusion, stress, and competition. See? And if you feel any of those three, that my friend, you're dealing with a fake one. See? Because that's a lot of things that people deal with, a lot of people in them dynamics. And it's like you have to pay attention to the situation, with those friends, because they're always watching everything. And they notice when you're not there. They notice when you're not there. They notice when, see, because this is the thing, why they want to confuse you. They don't want you to know that they're fake. But it's crazy because once you pull away, people, this is powerful, okay? I'm gonna tell you how powerful this is. Imagine a person that has a dog, right? It could be any breed. And they lose that dog. That dog runs away from its owner. They run away. What changes? What changes? The energy? The connection? See? Or the influence? All three. See? By you pulling away, what you're doing is you're focusing on yourself. You're communicating that I don't need you. See, when you pull away, you're showing strength, you're showing confidence, you're showing I don't need you. See, you're also saying you don't control me because I'm busy. I got something going on my own time, my own stuff that I want to do. That person has no leverage. See, so when you pull away, you are standing on permanent power, fam. See, because they have to reach out to you to get together, right? This is why you must not answer when somebody calls you on the first ring. Let it ring out. Boom. Call them 10 minutes later. What does this show? This shows dominance. This shows masculinity. This shows frame. See? And when you call them back, you call them back 5-10 minutes later. Now they see, you're not desperate. You got to do the same thing with friends, man. And when you talk to females, same thing. You can't be thirsty. You can't show them that, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing and answer every single time right away. Because that person gonna think they have control over you. They're gonna think that they have leverage. They're gonna think they have a strong influence on you. See, like they can just make you do things that you don't want to do. Oh, you answer right away. Damn. He answered on the first ring. Damn. And that person get that little false sense of self, thinking they running something, thinking they got you. Because that's the thing. If you make it that easy, fam, you might think that, I was just being 100. I was just keeping it real. Why would you do all of that when you just met somebody, bro? You don't give them all of that on the first time meeting. Some people do this when they go on dates. They tell a person like their whole life story and they wonder why the female lose interest. See, you done told her the whole life story. What else? There's nothing interesting about you. You have to become a mystery. See, now, another thing I'm gonna talk about is when you pull your power away, when you pull your energy away from the situation. Okay, so and like I say, to do this, you got to create the distance. Because if you don't, man, listen, Being distant, it's better for somebody to come to you and say, damn, you've been distant lately, but don't fall for it, because that could be bait to get a reaction out of you. See, because most people, I'm gonna tell you, who you think gonna feel guilty? Your enemies. Your enemies gonna feel guilty first. Your hidden enemies, the fake ones. Now, here's the thing. When you pull your energy away, aka your power, that creates the distance, okay? That's what we refer to as a strategy. But also this shows what? Self-control. And it also shows boundaries. And this is the start of the boundary setting. You know, it's like you start to set these boundaries when you start to maintain and what? Exert self-control. Now, why? Because you stop giving these people your time. See, some people would love to get you to, to cause you to have a bad day. They would love they would love to ruin your day at by them. See? So it's like when you don't let them, when you stop giving people your time, your attention, your emotions, your energy to people who misuse it, then what happens? People will feel the energy shift, see? Because they were used to having what? Access to you. So just imagine if the lights get cut off and the power if there's a power outage, then what? People feel useless. Oh my God, the lights are out. I can't. They lose control, man. In other words, they lose the influence. They lose control over you when you pull away. See, imagine a person having influence, right? They go and buy themselves a dog, or they go to Humane Society, they adopt a dog, right? Only to get it home and the dog doesn't listen to them. What do you think is going to happen? The owners can't get the dogs to behave like they would like, right? So what would they ultimately oftentimes do with those dogs? They'll want to take the dog back, right? If it's that damn difficult. Because and that's what happened. That's what happens with those fake friends. Once they realize they can't get what they want from you, now all of a sudden they disappear anyway. See? Because they don't like the new you. They don't like the assertive, boundary setting, new version of you. They want the overly friendly, the soft, the vulnerable friend that they had in you. You see? But when you change and you start to set those boundaries and you start to reinforce that, you telling people no, setting limits, oh, they don't like it. See? So here's another thing. When you pull away your energy from a person, especially a fake friend, what is this doing? You're reducing your availability to them. See? So if I only work Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and I'm off for the rest of the week until till those days come back again, you can't pick and choose when I deal with you. See? This is why you must take time aside to yourself sometimes. Don't hang with a friend every single day, because that becomes what? You become, all your moves become predictable. A person is like, yo, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I'm gonna set them up tomorrow. I'm gonna plot this against them. But when you put those little gaps, those time lapses of delays or just absence, those absences where you're not there all the time, you don't go to that person every single day. Now this discourages this person from being able to what? Hurt you, betray you, because they know they know that they don't have full access over you. See? Meaning control. Now, when you reduce your availability, what is this doing? What is this also doing? You need to stop always being reachable. It's cold-blooded. See? This weakens the fake friendship in itself between the two of you. Because now, once that person realizes that I have no influence, I can't make this person deal with me, it weakens them. See, it weakens their ability to control you in the first place. It weakens their ability to figure you out. It puts you back into what? Mystic mode. Puts you back into being a mystery. And who benefits from that? You. Because now you're deciding for yourself. You're making a decision to spend time with yourself. You're creating peace. So where does that peace? What is it tied into? It's tied into your aura. See? And people could feel that when they realize that you've been spending a lot of time to yourself lately. They lose control and they realize that their plan didn't work. A person has to be around you every day to control you. If they are a fake friend, you have to be around that person continuously. See, the minute you pull away from them, now that person is discouraged. They don't even feel confident in even trying to even gauge if they still have that control or leverage over you. See, because you've been gone too long. Think of this. You are sitting in the classroom with a substitute teacher. Next thing you know, the teacher is used to you being a certain type of way. They start picking on you. They start giving you a hard time, right? Next thing you know, you are absent for 3 days. Boom, 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 right? Now the substitute teacher is like, Tony hasn't been coming to school lately. He's been absent 3 days in a row. Then you show up. Boom. Now that person is afraid. They're afraid as shit because now they don't know where you've been. See? And now the energy shifts because as soon as you pull away your energy and become absent, now you regain control because listen, a person is used to attacking you every day. They're used to the whole things going their way. They're used to things going a certain way, which is what? A routine. But when you don't reply instantly, when you don't always show up when they call you, when you start to focus on your own priorities, what does this do? It signals that your time is valuable. So now you're putting value on yourself now. Now you're putting value on your time because you're spending less time with them. See? And the whole point was they were trying to get you to devalue yourself by spending every day with them. See? But now that you have put value on your time, now they can't mess with you now, see? Because they're weak, see? You understand, fake friends come at a low vibration anyway. Now, here's another thing. You got to stop explaining everything, see? Because when people lose access to you, they may ask questions to try to pull you back in, see? That's why I said when you're absent, they can't do this. And they forget, see? They forget what, when, where, how they got you to devalue yourself or open up in the first place. They don't expect you to pull away. They don't expect you to take time aside for yourself. See? Now, here's another thing. You don't have to explain every move you make to your friends or to anyone. So sometimes you just have to use silence. Why? Because silence, what does it do? It keeps your position stronger. See? Now, you want to control your emotional reactions because people oftentimes they feed off your emotional reactions, which could be related to anger, jealousy, or dramas. So when you stay calm and natural or neutral, in other words, you remain, excuse me, you remove the energy. See, you remove the energy that they were getting from you. It's cold-blooded. That's why, listen, think about this. Why would somebody feed on your energy in the first place? Right? It's almost like you make their day. You make their day better by you being around them constantly, right? So this is the funny part. The funny part is as soon as you pull away, now the person feels like shit, see? Because there's no show. You're not there. Some people have this thing where they get a false sense of control, on you. They think that they have an influence on you, like they can make you.
But when you disappear and switch your position, that I'm gonna tell you, That's how you make yourself, it makes you stronger by doing that when you pull away. See, when you take time aside for yourself all of a sudden. Now, when it comes to focusing on your own growth, okay? Put all that energy that you would okay, if you were putting energy into those friends, start to put it into work. Put it into, your health when you go work out, to achieve your goals, creativity and discipline, right? So when people see you moving forward without them, that's when the power dynamic changes. It's cold-blooded. See? That's why I said as soon as you pull away from them and now you focusing on yourself, because what kills? What kills it? What destroys those fake friends? They don't want you to do better for yourself. See, without them. So when you listen, it's this power dynamic changes on the first day you MIA, gone, boom. You are not there. See? That means that you have channeled your energy elsewhere. You did it, not them. See? And now, because they have lost power, they have lost control, influence over you. See? Now that's when that dynamic changes. Because now here, that means you have took that energy, and you have put it on the things that you want to do. You have made decisions, work, and this is when you are focused on yourself. All of a sudden, everybody else falls apart. All the fake friends, they all start to crumble, dissolve, because now you took your power back. See, you were so busy spending it on the wrong people. See, they were benefiting off your energy, draining you, stressing you out, confusing you every day. But as soon as you take that energy back and put it on the things that you want to put it on, now these people, they feel worthless. See, they're back to square one again. The whole point was to bring you down. Now, watch who comes back with respect. See, because when you pull back, you'll notice two types of people. See, you'll notice the real ones who check on you and respect your space, or the fake ones who only reach out when they want something. So you got to let your silence do the work. Because distancing yourself, oftentimes it makes people reveal their intentions. The only way you're going to be able to see somebody for who they truly are, their true intentions, is you have to pull your energy away from them. You have to become absent. Disappear for a day or two and watch the fireworks. You will begin to see that person show their true hand. See? Because your energy listen, a person will always make it seem like they're the ones in control, but they're not. See? And here's the thing. Some people will try harder to keep you around, but that exerts more energy. See? So when you pull back even then, they're going to be drained with their own energy, because that's what they're trying to do to you, see, in the first place. Now, another thing is that people will oftentimes disappear from you when you pull away. You notice all of a sudden you've been texting and calling someone on a day-to-day. All of a sudden Friday comes. You don't even hit them up, not one time, right? You'll think that, oh, I needed, some breathing space, but that other person dips. See? You're like, dang, it took all that for that person to show their true colors and dip like that. It's because they never valued you, see, in the first place. Sometimes you have to do this because you will never be able to see them. You will never be able to see their true hand, bro, unless you pull back. You have to pull back. So it's like you hang with somebody, you just met someone, you hang with them a couple times during the week, then all of a sudden drop off. Boom. Be unreachable for a few days. And if that person is really your friend, they're going to respect your space. But if they have a problem with it and they feel abandoned, they feel some type of way, that means that means that they don't value anyway. See that? Never they never were they never were going to. See? And that seals the deal. Now, what is the difference here? The difference is power versus what? Manipulation. See, healthy power is you creating the distance to what? Protect your peace and focus on yourself. And you have that right. But manipulation comes through these fake friends because someone creates distance just to what? Just to control or provoke reactions out of people. So if you're using distance, the goal here should be for clarity and respect, not revenge. See? So you got to know that everybody that is around you is not your friend. Some people are they're just there to what? Use you, confuse you, compete. So you have to look at the difference. Now, another thing is that I'm gonna talk about the betrayals next. Um, so give me 1 second, you guys. Let's see, betray. Okay, in my notes real quick. So, on some water. But
is fake friends, I'll put it like this. Fake friends and betrayals, they hurt because it breaks the trust and the loyalty. Now, with somebody that you thought was on your side turns out not to be, what does it affect? Does it affect your emotions? No. It affects your mind. See that? Which is the worst place to get excuse me. This is the worst place to get attacked because it will cause great injury, right? Now, the best move here is usually to what? Is to pull the energy back, okay? And create the distance. Because that lets you protect your peace and see people clearly. Now do you get it? Because that allows you to observe. When you pull back, the whole point of pulling back is to create the distance so you can see them for who they truly are. And not the facade. And not the illusion. The illusion is what they want you to see, what they want you to believe. See? But you got to pull the energy back in order for you to see what's really going on. See? Because listen, when you reposition yourself, what do you think? Where do you think those people are? Where do you think they're going to go? They're going to go and hide. See? Because they're not as powerful as they come off. They're just feeding off your energy. Now, here's another thing. Once you see these people for who they truly are, you need to accept what their actions show, not their words. The actions reveal the patterns. The patterns are the cycles. And those cycles, they repeat themselves over and over and over. See? And we call those illusions. So you cannot be delusional when you see the truth. You have to break away. You have to end it. That is the only way for you to what? Dissolve his boundaries, their boundaries, and end the cycle. For good. No second chances. Now, don't focus on what people say because that's how they confuse you. Because you can't say something and do something and then your behavior does something different. See? So you need to focus on what they do repeatedly. What do they keep doing over and over and over? Not what they're saying over and over and over. What are they doing over and over and over? Whether it's lying to you, cheating on you, betraying you. We call this playing in your face. Like you some type of joke. Disrespecting you to your face. But you got to see that when it keeps happening. See, a pattern starts. Just like the notes, the instruments that we play. And you realize that it's loud, clear as day. You can't miss it. This teaches you something. Whenever you realize that something is off, cut the lights off. I don't mean that literally. I'm saying pull your energy away from it. ASAP. Separate it. Because listen, once you separate yourself from it, you create the distance. Just like you being able to look at the sun, right? While it's in the sky. What does that do for you? It gives you clarity. When you got somebody right up on you so close, you can't see them. You can't realize what they're doing when they're right here in the passenger seat with you, neck and neck. You can't see what they're trying to do. You can't observe them. There's no way. Because they're too close to you. And when they're too close to you, what are they wearing? The mask. See? The illusion outweighs the facade, because that once you pull your energy away from someone wearing the mask, the distance draws the illusion and the mask cracks. See? Because they can't see you that far. They don't know what you're doing because you took your energy away. It's cold-blooded. See, when you take your energy away, they listen, they don't know what to do. They didn't have no energy to begin with. They were feeding off yours. So when you cut off the supply, guess what happens? They dissolve. They can't handle it. But the only way that they can handle it is when you do not know your power, fam. See, that's why you gotta hide it. You gotta keep your power to yourself, man. You gotta hide your power. You can't give it out for free, handing it out to any old body. No. And here's the thing. You have to don't focus on what people say, okay? Focus on what they do repeatedly, as I said, because betrayal, it usually comes from patterns like lying, gossiping, or choosing others over you when it matters. It's cold-blooded. See? So now you know what they weaponize. How can you lie without information? You can't. Because I didn't give you any information to use against me. See? Because when you pried, guess what? There was a padlock on it, and you didn't know the code. You can't gossip about me because you don't have the facts. I didn't ever reveal anything to you. See? And you choosing somebody over me, I guess so. I have no control over that. That's your choice. See? So that can't get to me either. You see how a person, when you stop focusing on what they're saying, focus on the pattern. Because listen, patterns never lie. Because patterns can't speak. Patterns cannot, when you see a pattern, the only way you know it's a pattern is because you observed it in the first place. To know that it's something that keeps repeating itself. And you want to know why it doesn't stop? Because it's up to you to end it. See, a person only gonna play in your face and deceive you because you let them. See, you have to pull your energy away. Become the silent assassin. Silent withdrawal. Pull yourself back. They're gonna go look for you like a ghost. Where'd he go? Oh, he's always here. He usually shows up. Where'd he go? Now they can't find you. They can't find you. See? Because you took your power away. You didn't leave no residue, no traces. It takes more energy to look for you because they never had any energy to do. Listen, they never had any energy to begin with. So how can they start looking for you? No. They ain't gonna go nowhere. Listen, they're gonna be trying to get the hell away from you. See, because you pull back your energy. Another thing, when you pull back your energy, you don't have to argue or confront everyone. See? Because sometimes the strongest move is to what? Not say anything. See, less communication rule the nation. By you staying quiet, guess what? They hate that. It drives the adversary crazy because they have nothing to go off of. Because you dissolved all boundaries. See, you stop talking. You're not giving them any leverage, anything to influence, anything to hold on to. When you say less, another thing, don't give personal information. Less personal information. Less is more. Less emotional investment. See? Because the distance, what does it do? The distance shows you who actually values the friendship in the first place. See that? Because guess what? You have to be able to observe who comes back to you after you've pulled your energy away from them. And guess what? Those that don't value you, guess what's going to happen? They're going to dismiss themselves. They're not going to come looking for you because they never gave a damn about you. So when you leave, guess what? They ain't going to follow you. Why would they follow you? Because that means you got the power, man. Come on, man. You got the power. That's why listen, the only ones that's going to come back to you is the ones that really rock with you. When you pull your energy away, you go MIA. The only ones that's really rocking with you is the ones they're going to come back to you. See? Now, you got to stop over-explaining yourself because fake friends, they often twist your words. The more information that you give them, they use the information against you every single time. See? Because remember I said, it's better to control the narrative because listen, if you control the narrative, then you have the reality in your hands in order to control what? The outcome. See? But when you over-explain and overshare to the wrong person, now they twist your words to control the narrative, to hijack the outcome. See that? So you wouldn't want someone to be able to have that much power in their hands to twist anything like that, because that's dangerous to you. See? Now, you want to keep your plans, your goals, and your personal life more private, because that hones in on power. When you keep quiet, when you got so much stuff going on, but you don't tell it, that's powerful. See, now you need to watch who respects your boundaries. See, when you start setting limits, fake friends, they usually react in 3 ways. They get angry. That's the first sign, which means they get emotional. They guilt trip you, and then they disappear. See? And that's how you know. As soon as you start setting limits, they cannot stay there. They won't stay there because shit got real, right? Now, real friends, they will simply respect the boundary. Now, you have to focus on your own direction, not theirs. Put your time into things that build you up. See, your work, your workouts, your health, goals, projects. See, Because people who betrayed you lose power when they see you moving forward without needing them. It's cold-blooded. When they see you moving forward without needing them, they can't handle it, bro. See? So you got to learn the lesson without becoming bitter. See? Betrayal can make people close themselves off completely. So the healthier approach is to always what? Become more selective of who you hang with. See? Because you don't want to just completely just shut down. So that's why I said choose your friends wisely, man. And understand that everybody is not going to like you. You have to see the world in such a way that not everybody is going to like me. See? So don't expect them to. See, it's better to be feared than to be loved. Because at least there's respect. That's a reason why they fear you, because of the respect that they have for you. But when you are trying to be loved and liked by everyone, there's no power in that. Nope. You're only asking for betrayal. See, when you expect that. Now, another thing is you have to understand one thing. This is a simple rule of thumb. People use real friends for what? Loyalty, honesty, and support, right? And people use fake friends for what? Jealousy, gossip, competition, and opportunity, right? And you wonder why certain people hang with these particular individuals, because they want to know some gossip. They want to engage in some something messy, something, gossipy. So they'll tolerate that fake friend that they have, just to get that little hit of that gossip, that whatever is going on, right? So what does this teach us? That fake friends get used too. It's cold-blooded. You see how you would think that it's only the real friends, right? No. Real friends get used as well as fake friends get used. But you got to have the clarity to understand that, bro. See, that's why I always say nobody is exempt. Nobody is exempt from getting effed over. That's why you have to focus on yourself, bro. You got to focus on what makes you happy. You got to focus on your goals, your projects, things that you like to do. You can't always get that from a friend, somebody that you can't look for happiness in friends. You can't look for, oh, let's get projects done together. It don't always work like that. And if you do have a friend like that, you are one of the lucky ones, fortunately. See, because that is something that seldomly happens. It's rare. See, now, sometimes betrayal actually reveals what? Who was never really your friend in the first place. Now, let me ask you this. So if that was the case, when you actually experience something like a betrayal or a betrayal in general, it teaches you a lesson, right? That these people that you thought were your friends were never your friends in the first place. So if you continue to not be if you continue to not be selective with who you surround yourself with, then you will be what? Taught a lesson that you can't trust everybody. It's wisdom. See, it's not something that I'm just coming up with. It's wisdom. And every time that's what them fake friends are for those lessons that you have to learn, because they showed you the pattern. It was up to you, Pisces, to end their cycle. But when you failed and didn't do so, when your intuition told you to do so, you end up having to pay for it. See? Because listen, as soon as you see that's what the pattern is. As soon as you see the pattern is the illusion. And the only way you could end the cycle is you have to see what's actually happening behind the scenes. Once you identify that they are fake, that these are just empty corpse of people just walking around that want to be in and out of your life, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, not 2 feet in, not 2 feet in, then it's like, yo, something has to happen. Something has to end so it doesn't repeat itself any longer. So that's why I'm telling you guys, once you identify and you know that something is not right, that is a signal for you to pull your energy away. For you to see the illusion, to see through it. So that way you can win the obstacle and not have to learn the lesson. See? That's why I try to tell people, like, it's to increase your intuition. See? Now, another thing, okay? Let's talk about the jealousy. Okay, so jealousy is one of the main reasons fake friends betray people in the first place. That's what jealousy leads to betrayal. See, it's like the birthing, the seed. Now, many times the fake friend doesn't openly hate you. See, they stay close to you while secretly competing with you. So you cannot catch them by what you think of them. You only can catch them by what? Observing them. Because of the pattern. See? Because the pattern repeats itself. See? Now, here's another thing. You have to, and this is the easiest way, watch for the jealousy. Whether they're comparing themselves to you based on something that belongs to you, something they know about you, or a possession that you own, right? Now, why is this? Because they downplay your success. That's how you know you're dealing with a fake friend, because they're going to show signs of jealousy. When something good happens for you, they might say things like, "Oh, that's not a big deal. Oh, my cousin has one of those. I had that same one, but I ended up getting the better one. Oh yeah. Oh, that's just the iPhone 17 Pro, but I have the Pro Max." It's like they're always trying to one up you and make you feel like shit for having something. See? Because it always seems like they want to be up here and you down here based off of what you tell them, right? Another thing, when something good happens for you, they might say things like, "Oh, anybody could have done that." Or they might say things like, "Oh, try to make it seem like your achievements are small," like I said. Now, what you got to be careful with is the backhanded compliments, okay? Because they compliment you, but they slip an insult in there. See? It's like going to the mailbox and putting the envelope in the mailbox and then slipping some type of extra letter in there that says F you or something, okay? That's the best example I could give you. This is like they throw a low blow in the process, okay? But you have to catch it, see? You have to observe it to actually see this happen. Now, they may do things such as when they do the complimenting, to compliment you, but slip the insult in there. They may say something like, "Oh, you're actually smart. You're actually smart for someone like you," but you don't know how they meant it. See, they leave that out. It's for you to catch on. They may say things like, "Oh, I didn't expect you to pull that off." See, So when you hear such things like this, that lets you know that's an automatic fake friend. See, because of the comparison, the jealousy. Another thing, what we discussed is that they copy you. That's the envy. See, and here, jealous people sometimes imitate your style, your ideas. They like to copy you, how you look, your haircut, your clothes, your shoes, any little thing about you, right? Your behavior, because they admire you. See, they admire what you have, but they also hate you at the same damn time. They resent it. Okay, so that is the confusion that I spoke about. Now, another thing is that they disappear when you're winning. They're never around when you're winning. See, but they are always around when you are struggling. See, but then they vanish when you start doing well again. So that lets you know that they're not consistently around you in the first place. Now, another thing is they celebrate your failures, so they may not openly laugh, but then they seem more comfortable when things go wrong for you. They appear to look at ease. They can constantly compete with you. Everything becomes a competition anyway when it comes to money, relationships, status, attention. They gossip about you to others. Instead of addressing problems directly, they spread rumors, gossip, or talk about you behind your back. Just this same messy behavior. And they also try to undermine your confidence. See, so that's another thing. They're trying to destroy you altogether on all ends, not just one thing. And here, when they try to undermine your confidence, they may question your decisions or just subtly make you doubt yourself. Like ask you those indirect questions like, oh, why did you, I thought you wasn't eating McDonald's no more. See? And it's like, oh, well, I didn't cook and I didn't make anything. And you start explaining yourself, which makes it worse. See, because they're going to escalate it. Now, another thing is that your intuition feels that something is off. Now, I'm saying this again in such a way and breaking it down again because people oftentimes miss this. Your intuition is always on. It never shuts off. So if something feels off, that's why I said something feels off is because it is, okay? So many times your gut feeling, it picks up on the jealousy before your mind fully understands what's going on in the first place. Like before your mind even understands it, your intuition is already telling you that something is off, that something is wrong. So when you notice these signs, you guys, the best response is usually to what? Quiet distance yourself from the person. Because why? When you do this, you are establishing stronger boundaries. See, when you pull your energy away, now the person can't get to you. See, they can't. Here's the thing: the fake friend cannot get to you when you pull your energy away from them. See, when you distance yourself, because now those boundaries that you leave behind are stronger. You want to know why you want to know why your boundaries are stronger? Because you caught on. See, you identify the fake the fake friend for who they are. You're no longer in limbo about, oh, are they my friend? You're no longer unsure. As soon as you have clarity, guess what happens? Man, listen, bro. As soon as you know what's going on, you start to ascend, bro. You become the eagle. You fly in the air. They don't see you. Now you're in control. You're the pilot. Now you see, once you do this, now you can strike first. You never let your enemy strike first. You strike first. You send a silent nuke. They don't even see it coming because they never thought you'd catch on. And when you when you remove the access, so once you distance yourself and you have that clarity that's your op, you strike first. You drop a nuke. Boom. They don't even know who did it, what happened. The last person they think who did it is you. See? Because it's the reflection of their deeds. What they were storing up for you, it reflects. That's why they don't even know it's you when you're doing it. When you strike first, they're not going to know you did that because they didn't listen. They didn't show their hand. They didn't let you know they were fake. So how do you know? Because you pulled your energy away from them. It's cold-blooded. Once you pull your energy away, something shifts. The energy, the dynamic shifts. See? And once you focus on yourself, what happens? When you focus on yourself, the power, you're honing in on that power, so everything is clear as day. Now you know who's on your side and who isn't, because who's standing next to you? Nobody. See? You pulled your energy away. Oh, the friends are supposed to be with you. But when they're not there, that lets you know something. They never were your friends to begin with. See? And that's how you know. When you realize that, then you have to remove the access. Do not chase loyalty. Do not chase loyalty, fam. See, you must observe it. It's cold-blooded. Lord, listen, that's why I said loyalty is not love, bro. It's not love. It's not something you can earn. It's not something that you work for. It comes with a price. See, you must deny yourself to be loyal. You must deny yourself. You must deny your ego. As soon as you start to operate out of your ego, there ain't no loyalty. Nope. The ego competes. The ego wants to win at every cost, every obstacle, every decision. See, the ego doesn't want to take orders from someone else. The ego wants to take over. So that's why I say, don't chase loyalty. If you shift your mindset like this, trust me, this is what makes you powerful. See, because that's a powerful mindset. Just to change your thinking. Now, you don't have, it's not about them telling you that they're loyal, because you know that's a lie. You'll be able to observe it. See? Loyalty comes with results. It's not that, because you said it. No. It's the pattern. See that? So you got to observe it. Now, the people who stay genuine when you grow are what? The ones worth keeping around. See? And they know your story. It's so crazy. They know your story. Oh, man, I remember when you came out the mud, bro. And now we up now. See? Because they done been there from the beginning. They didn't never switch up. They were thorough. They didn't change because your situation changed. They've been there the whole time. They watched your growth. See? Iron sharper iron. But the people that are not consistent, they're just saying stuff. Oh, I'm your bro. I'm your big bro. No, you're not. See? Because they're trying to tell you. They're trying to convince you that they are. That's how you know that's a red flag all day. That's a lie. Now, here's another thing. Fake friends, they come in 3 types, okay? Now, each one betrays you in a different way. So you have to recognize which type that you're dealing with, okay? Now, I just want to help you guys understand the motives of all 3 types to protect your energy. The first fake friend is the opportunist, okay? This person is the only, put it like this, this person is only around when you have something they want. That's the first type. And the signs to look for, they call you when they need help, money, rides, connections, and attention. See? They also only come around when, okay, another sign is that when you need something, they're suddenly busy. Another sign is that if your situation changes and you can't help them anymore, they disappear. See? So their mindset is like this. What can I gain from this person? In other words, how many of you know someone like that? They're always around you. Oh, because they have that mindset towards you. That's why they're a fake friend. See? What can I gain from you? That's all they're thinking about. Now, the second type of fake friend is the competitor. See? This friend secretly sees you as rival instead of what? Ally. Now, the signs to look for is they constantly compare themselves to you. Your success bothers them. They try to outdo you or copy what you do. And their conversations always turn into what? Subtle competitions. And their mindset, type 2, is if they win, I lose. See? If they win, I lose. Now, the third type of fake friend is the betrayer. And see, this is the most dangerous type, okay? Because they act loyal while undermining you. The signs to look for are they tell your secrets to others. They talk about you behind your back. They side with people who disrespect you. And they gather information about you and use it against you later. See? So this could be the type of fake friend that you think hears you out when you vent. See? All those little secrets and all those little things, the little innuendos of you telling how someone did you, how such said this, how you got rolled up at work, how all your little personal business that you spill to them, that you spill your guts out to, you don't know who they know. They might know your boss, and they be telling and just spilling the beans and telling them everything that's going on with you behind your back, right? And their mindset is stay close so I can control the situation. It's cold-blooded. See how their mindset thinks? Oh, I'll just stay close to you so that way I can control the situation. See? Because you get what? You don't know that they're not your friend, so you're just giving away all free information. You're just giving away your energy. And see, that's what confirms or gives them that false sense of control over this situation that you got going on. Now, here's the simplest way to remember everything that I said, to sum everything up. Opportunists, they use you. See? Competitors, they envy you. And betrayers, they sabotage you. See? And that's just one word. That's the easiest way. And if you see anyone like this, pull your power away immediately, see, and create distance, see, because something interesting happens when you pull your energy away and create the distance, okay? I'm going to tell you, what happens to the opportunist? See, when you pull your energy away and create distance, the opportunist leaves because there's nothing to gain. It's cold-blooded. You just dissolve that person's boundaries. There's nothing to stand for. There's nothing to stand with. What's the point? There is nothing to gain. It's their mindset now. So they lose hope. All because you created the distance and you pulled your power away. The next one, competitors. They get irritated because they lost access to compare themselves to you. It's cold-blooded. You just dissolve the boundary. They don't have the confidence. They can't stand on it anymore. And you destroyed their illusion of using you. See? How did you do that? How did you do that? You did it because you identified them. It's cold-blooded. See? You've already created the illusion. See, you saw through the illusion that they tried to do, but you shattered it. See? You took your power away. You created the distance. Now, you see them clear as day. And then the third one, see, the betrayers, they get exposed because their manipulation stops working. because now you're doing something different. In order to get something you never had, you got to do something that you never did. It's cold-blooded. And as soon as you do something you never did, your whole environment changes. It's almost like you start hanging with new people. All of a sudden, you're not hanging with the person you were hanging with yesterday. It's even crazy when it's always somebody different that you get to know from the day to day. Now everybody's confused. They don't know what you're doing, but they see your influence has gotten stronger. See that? Because you're not waiting around, twiddling your thumbs, waiting on the person, these three type of fake friends that I mentioned. And look, when you didn't even have to put your you didn't have to put your hands on them. You didn't have to give them any type of reaction. All you did was pull your energy away and create distance. And then all of a sudden, the power did it for you. See, because you took your power back. You realize something. You recognize that, oh, these people aren't who they say, who they think they are to me. See, they're fake. And then all of a sudden they dissolve. See, so real friends, what is the difference here? The best way to understand this, and the easiest way, never forget this. Fake friends, they use you, as I mentioned. Real friends, they stay the same. It's cold-blooded. They stay the same. See, they respect your space and they still support you no matter what. See, now, you just got to understand that a lot of fake friends, they reveal themselves when you start improving your life or gaining attention, success. That's what that's when they reveal themselves. Now, what you want to do is that when you are dealing with a fake friend, this is another thing that I want you guys to remember real quick. Fake friends, they oftentimes observe and test you before they betray you. See, they don't just up and just betray you right away. They study your personality, your weaknesses, and how much they can get away with first. See, now, what is the first thing? I'll turn my car on because it's cold, you guys. But yeah, one of the first things that fake friends secretly test you at.
They do small, disrespectful.
You react. The examples here that I have, they borrow things and they don't return them. They make jokes at your expense. They ignore your request. And if you allow it, they slowly push further. See, they always escalate it. Now, another thing, they fish for your personal information. They ask a lot of questions. They bombard you with pressure, and they bombard you with a lot of questions about your life, your plans, your goals, money, relationships, and struggles, right? Why? Because the information can later be used against you for gossip, manipulation, or leverage. So they watch how other people treat you. See, fake friends, they study your social status because they also want to ruin what? Your reputation. If they see other people respecting you, they act loyal. If they see other people disrespecting you, they might join in on it. So that's one thing. Now, another thing, they create small conflicts with you. They might start minor dramas or become dramatic with you, or misunderstandings just to see how you react. If you get emotional, if you forgive quickly, if they can manipulate you, that's what they do, okay? Now, they introduce you to questionable people. So sometimes they bring you around people who don't respect you to see how you handle pressure or conflict. They also copy your behaviors. They And all of this could be done subtle, okay? They can observe you, how you talk, how you dress, how you move socially. Then they imitate it. They imitate you to compete with you. See, it's almost like to use it against you. They disappear to see if you chase them. So one classic test is to pull away suddenly. Don't wait. See, don't wait. What more do you have to see? Because if you chase them for attention, then they know that they have power in the relationship. If you stay calm and focus on your life, then they realize that they can't control you. See, that's why I said by you taking your power back and creating distance. Now, that's why pulling your power back, it creates what? Distance. And look, this is a strong move because it does three things. See, it protects your peace, it exposes fake loyalty, and it forces people to show their real intentions. See that? So real friends, they will, listen, real friends won't feel threatened by your boundaries. Now, I got one more thing for y'all. People who betray you, they oftentimes show certain personality traits and behavior patterns over time. See, not everybody with these traits will, do you wrong, but just keep it in mind, in other words, okay? Because when several appear together, it's something that you have to pay attention to. Just take it as a warning sign, all right? Now, I'm gonna tell you guys the traits, see, because there's a bunch of different traits in people who often betray others. The very first thing that they use is manipulativeness, okay? They try to control situations or people subtly by what? Twisting conversations, see, to make themselves look innocent, making you feel guilty for things that you didn't even do, playing people against each other, see, trying to draw a wedge, trying to create divisions with you and others. It could be done socially, it could be with family. Another thing, they may act friendly, but their goal is often to what? Influence or control you. Now, they also can show a lack of loyalty. So they don't stay loyal to anyone for long. They may only do it temporary. See? So the signs to look for is the fact that they may talk badly about their other friends to you. And they always say this. If someone would talk badly about their friends to you, then what do you think they're going to do to you? The same thing. See, they switch sides easily when it benefits them. They don't defend people they claim to care about. If someone betrays others around you, always remember this. It's a warning sign that they're going to do it to you too. That is the most easiest red flag to always remember, okay? Now, another thing, not only with the jealousy, but the envy and resentment. Because some betrayals, they come from jealousy. But here's the thing. The signs that you have to watch out for is that they feel uncomfortable when you succeed. So anytime, that's a known way to test to see if someone really doesn't like you. It's by telling them something good that just happened to you, okay? And watch their reaction. Another thing, they subtly compete with you. Or they may try to undermine your confidence or your reputation. Now, instead of being happy for you, that person will feel some sort of pain. They will feel threatened by it. See, it's like, damn, you ain't happy for me, but you feeling pain by me telling you something that I succeeded in or something I accomplished, right? So that's a red flag. Another thing is charm without depth. So some people appear extremely friendly and charismatic at first. Another thing is they could build trust very quickly. So anything that's done too fast and someone's already trying to put a cherry on top, like, oh, we're the best of friends, we're cool, and they're doing it too quick, red flag. See? Another thing is they may seem overly interested in your life early on. Later, their behavior just becomes inconsistent, see, on the day-to-day. Now, you have to understand the type of person here creates what? A false sense of closeness before revealing their real intentions. So they may behave in such a way where they act like, oh, they're really, really cool with you, but they're really, but it's like they haven't even shown their cards yet. So how the hell can you be my friend or be really close to me, and I don't even know nothing about you. See? Now, here's a simple rule, okay? I want to tell you guys this. Always watch how someone treats, see, the types of people that I'm about to mention. Watch how people treat the people that are above them, see, with power or status, the people that are equal to them, and the people below them, see, the people who they can't benefit from. Watch how they treat these three types of people, see, because listen, if their respect changes depending on the status, that's often a sign of someone who could betray others, including you. It's cold-blooded. See? And here, that's the thing. Creating distance, boundaries, observing quietly is often the safest approach when what? When you suspect fake friends. And it's so crazy because it's easy. It's three things. You just, listen, you create distance, which means you cut them off. You create boundaries, clear boundaries, and observe quietly. See? And it's the safest approach because you don't want to engage. You don't want to invest emotionally or get into any argument or altercation with this person. No, because then it's almost like you're just giving in to what they want you to do anyway. Now, why do I say do all three of these things? Because it lets you see who respects you and who only wants access to you. See? Because once you observe, you're able to see this clearly. Now, another thing is let me see, water. Now, I must mention this because sometimes when you create the distance and you pull your energy back, your fake friends can try to still come back. So I want to clear this up, okay? When you pull your energy back and create distance, fake friends often come back later, right? But here's the thing. I'm going to tell you why this happens. Because they realize they lost access to you, see? But fake friends, they often stay close because why? They benefit from you, your attention, your help, the information you give them, the status. But when you pull away, they suddenly realize they lost that access that they once had with you. So they return to you to try to regain it, see? Because they realize that they lost it. So it's like, imagine someone that has access, let's say they have access with a membership or a card that you swipe to open, access entry to open the door. But they realize that the card has been shut off. They can no longer access the building or help themselves or just get through doors, see? So they'll come back to you for the access. So that's something to watch out for if someone is trying to come back, but you observe the difference. Oh, you only coming back because you realize that I ain't rocking with you anymore. You realize you don't have the access that you once had. So the red flag, if red flag is, that's why they're coming back. See? But you already know they're fake. Now, another reason is curiosity and ego. So some people come back simply because they're wondering. Remember, you didn't give them closure. And here's the thing, they might be thinking to themselves, why isn't this person chasing me? Or why is this person acting different now? See? Because their ego wants to what? Regain control of the situation. They want to be the ones to put the nail in the coffin, not you. See? Now, another thing is that they may miss the attention. And see, if you used to give them attention, validation, or support, your silence creates what? A gap. It's like a hiccup. It's like a delay. And see, people who relied on that attention sometimes come back because they miss the energy that you gave them. That's how you know they no longer have your energy when you pull away from them, when you remove the access. They no longer have your energy anymore. So that power dynamic changes when you pull away and remove the access and create distance, right? Now, the people who relied on that attention, sometimes they come back because they miss the energy. Now, they want to also reset the situation because they want to run it back. They try to, slip back into your life some way, somehow. But sometimes fake friends, they act like nothing happened. So you got to be careful not to fall for this and let them back in, because they'll act like Boo Boo the Fool and act like, oh, I don't even know why you stopped talking to me. And don't let them back in, fam. Finding this, you remember I said, you could still keep your cards to your chest and not let them know anything. You could say anything like, hey, I got to go. Dismiss yourself. Hey, we'll talk later. Don't hit them back. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, cut them off and leave them in the dark. Don't tell them what happened, what, when, where, how. Now, as I mentioned, they will act like nothing happened. Now, another thing they may try to do is joke with you to try to sneak their way back in. They may also try to start, a casual conversation with you. They may also try to pretend that the betrayal never happened in the first place. So this is their way of re-entering your life without what? Taking responsibility for their actions. So another thing is that they notice the glow up. They notice your growth. When you focus on yourself, when you focus on yourself, one sec. When you focus on yourself, your goals, your accomplishments, your projects, your success, people notice. See, you don't even have to tell them anything. But fake friends, they return because they see you. See, they see you moving forward with them. They want the credit. They want to partake in the success that they see you,
For yourself, and they want
with you with that progress that you have made for yourself. Now, another thing is they may test if you are still available. See, sometimes they come back just to see if you will respond. So that's why I said don't. Because if you quickly give them the same access that they once had before, guess what they're going to do? Then they know that they can repeat the same pattern. It's cold-blooded. See that? They're going to just do the same behavior over again. That's why there's no second chances, bro. You can't, once you see their pattern, what more do you have to see, right? Now, when somebody comes back, always watch their actions, not their words. That's the best way, because if you already know that they're going to just do the same thing if you let them come back, that's why you just got to watch the pattern, not their words. It's like that's what they're going to do. That's why you don't even give them the right or the chance in the first place. Now, another thing is you want to ask yourself this to determine whether or not, to determine why, okay, to determine this decision. Did their behavior actually change? If the answer is no, take a mental note, a mental decision, cut them off. You don't have to let them know anything. Another thing is, are they showing respect now? If the answer is no, keep it moving. Another thing, are they just trying to regain access to me? See, the answer is yes, you're done with it, right? Because here's the thing. Real change is shows through consistent actions over time. It is not instant. You can't just let somebody come back just because they said, oh, I don't even know why we stopped talking. Bro, don't fall for that. They know why. They just want to sucker you into getting back, regaining access. See? Now, here's another mindset that you guys can use, is that always remember this. Distance reveals intentions. This is why you have to create it. Distance reveals intentions. See, when you pull away and create distance, now you can clearly observe and see with clarity that person's true intentions and motives. Because now you're not there in front of them to what? To try to put that act on, that mask. You already pulled your energy away. And another mindset to have that is powerful, you guys. Silence reveals true character. It's cold-blooded. Because listen, if a person doesn't feel seen, what do? They act normal. Listen, could you imagine if the police God forbid the police was in the same room with you, right? You'll feel uncomfortable. Not because it's just the police, but you'll feel like, yo, I don't want to be, it's awkward. It will feel awkward to you to be like, oh, I'm in the room trying to change and the police are here, right? But then once the police leave and it's just you start singing to yourself, you start mumbling, doing all kinds of weird shit. You might pass gas, you might do something that you won't normally do had somebody been in the room with you. It doesn't have to be the police. But when you think no one's watching, that's when you start showing your true intentions, your true motives, everything about you, the real you. You could go take a piss and not wash your hands. That's the real you. But had somebody been there, you'll fake it and go in the bathroom and wash your hands just because someone's watching you. See that? So when you pull your energy away from someone and you quietly observe them by creating a distance, guess what? You catch them doing something that, oh, you digging all in your ass, you digging in your nose. Oh, you scratching. Oh, you start seeing a person's true motives and intentions. You start seeing the real them. Because you poured your energy away. You created the distance. See? Now, the people who truly care will respect your boundaries. The ones who don't, they usually reveal what? Themselves quickly. See? That's why I tell you guys, man, listen, man. I have this, listen, bro. Everything in life has an answer. Ain't nothing hard to figure out. Everything is based, it's like everything has a psychological reason to it. See, of why it's happening. You have to just know, you just have to watch. See, you have to pay it. The best advice I can give you guys, pay attention, okay? Because silence and mystery is what? It affects people strongly. Because the human mind, it hates uncertainty. See, and when somebody suddenly becomes quiet or distant, it creates a psychological what? Gap that other people try to fill the gap. See? So here's the thing. The brain wants closure. So when communication suddenly stops or it becomes minimal, people start acting what? They start to ask themselves what happened, because they're chasing closure. That's what the injury does. It attacks their mind. They start to ask themselves, did I do something wrong? And they start to feel like, why are they acting different? That's how they think. And the mind keeps searching for answers and answers and answers, which makes them think about you more and more and more. As they are thinking about you more and more and more, what is it doing? It's weakening them. See? That's why they reveal so much of themselves when you pull your energy away. Now, the mystery, it creates what? Curiosity. When people can't read you or predict your moves, they become curious. See, predictable people are easy to ignore. And mysterious people often hold attention longer. See, another thing is the loss of control. Now, if somebody was used to getting reactions out of you, attention, arguments, emotional responses, and then it suddenly stops, guess what happens? Then they may feel like they've lost control of the situation. See? And that can make them try harder to get a reaction out of you. This is why you don't let them come back in. See? Because of the ego injury, right? Now, people value what feels scarce, scarce, like a scarcity, where you're not giving them anything. You're not giving them any supply, right? Now, when your attention becomes limited, it becomes more valuable. See, by you pulling your energy away and creating distance, now you add value to yourself. See, now you're not just giving away your power and info and showing your cards to everyone, freely or just giving it out easy. Okay. Now, when it comes to the psychological aspect to it all, people often want something more when it's less valuable. See, when it's less available. Now, because you're not just freely giving it. Now, silence forces what? Self-reflection, as I mentioned. Because now that's just like somebody standing in the room with you. As soon as they're not there, now it's almost like you're just looking in the mirror and seeing yourself. That's why you feel comfortable picking your nose, wiping something, doing something that you wouldn't normally do had someone been there, because then you will see them in the mirror. You will actually be doing, okay, if you see them in the mirror, it's like you're trying to please them, impress them, right? Washing your hands when you normally wouldn't, doing, digging or whatever it is, right? Now, without constant interaction, people sometimes start reflecting on their own behavior. As I just mentioned, they might realize they took your presence or loyalty for granted. See? So this must happen. This is how that person ends up respecting you. Now, another thing is it breaks the whole expected pattern. See, if somebody expects you to react a certain type of way emotionally, chase them, argue with them, blow up on them, lose self-control, and you stay calm and distant, guess what happens? This disrupts the whole pattern that they're used to. That's why you end up ending their cycle. And see, that unpredictability, what it does is it can make them pay closer attention to you. Now they want you. Now they see the value in you. See, now they want that attention back on them. See, that now they want that attention because it's worth everything now, you see, and they're willing to go all out for it, but do not give them the access. See, now I'm not telling you guys to use the silence in a bad way to hurt anyone or anything like that. Put that disclaimer out. But what you want to do is use it in a healthy way. Use the silence in a healthy way, because silence shouldn't be used just to manipulate people. It's a real strength, okay? You have to protect your peace by being silent. That's how you create boundaries and observe people's true intentions. So when you stop reacting and focus on your own direction, you naturally attract people who respect you and lose those who don't. See? And here's a simple principle that you can follow, is that attention is energy. It's cold-blooded. See? So when you hear someone say, "I'm taking my energy away from you," that's what they're saying. That's what they're really saying. I'm taking my energy away. See? That's why I said pull back your energy, meaning pull back your attention. Because where you place it, it determines what grows in your life. That's why you must focus on something that you love to do, workout, projects, accomplishment. Put your attention on those goals that you have for yourself, because that is what grows in your life, not those fake friendships. See that? Because those will keep you stuck and keep you stagnant in something, and unhappy. Okay. And then here, this is something, a little bonus, little extra, content that I'll give you guys is like, let's say, when you pull your energy away, those fake friends or people who took you for granted, they usually they show clear signs of that they realize they lost access to you. So these are things to watch out for. They might suddenly start just texting you like boom, 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 just suddenly just spamming you. Text, because now they're desperate. See, they're desperate. So they try to increase the contact or the attention. See, but don't fall for this. See, because this is usually not about them genuinely caring for you. This is about regaining the energy and the benefits that they lost. Because now they feel even worse. They feel even weaker now that you're gone. Now, another thing that they will do is they will try to win you over by being overly nice or just complimentary when it comes to your behavior. They may start to compliment you excessively or act extra friendly. See, and you will know like, yo, they really trying to get you good, get in good with you. Another thing is you have to watch whether or not their actions match their words, because that empty charm is what? Is a classic return tactic. See? Now, another thing is the subtle guilt trips that you want to watch out for. So you might notice them saying things like, oh, I miss how things used to be. I feel like you drifted off. You left me alone, or hey, you've been running from me. And see, this is designed to make you give your attention back immediately without what? Addressing the past behavior. See which holds them accountable. Now, another thing they may do is test your boundaries again. So some will push limits to what? To see if they could get the same access they had before. You see how easy they feel entitled, thinking that they could easily just get back in your good graces and get the key to the house, the key to the car, like you'll just give it up to them. Like, no, they've lost that. See? Now, another thing is they may ask for favors to try to draw you back in, like before, into the drama. They may go off of how you respond. So be careful, because that's going to show if they really have control over you. See? So they oftentimes they will try to retrieve the influence as well as the control based off of you, based on how you respond. And you also, I'm going to tell you guys, when you observe from a distance, even if they don't reach out, they might. See? Sometimes they wait. So you must still observe, because they may comment on your social medias quietly. They may ask, mutual friends about you and your whereabouts, or they may simply just watch how you handle life changes, but they're always watching. That's the whole thing to not forget. See? Because when somebody returns after you create the distance, don't react automatically. Do not answer their texts off the rip. Observe. See? Observe, observe, observe. Because you have to ask yourself these simple questions. Are they consistent over time? Do they respect your boundaries? And are they generally supportive, or are they after something again? See? And that's how you know if they truly care or will respect your space. Because those people that are fake, they always reveal themselves quickly. It's always short-lived. They always do it so quick. They're so quick in a hurry to reveal themselves because they're fake. And they do, put it like this, they notice they don't have a whole lot of time, see, before you catch on. So they try to do the most damage put it like this, they try to do the most damage quickly. Now, okay, so this is something that I gotta say this to you. I know it's a long, lengthy one, but hey, I would have to say this because the fake friends who come back, because sometimes people don't always catch this. Okay, sometimes people let them come back, they give them another chance. I'm here to tell you, protect your energy, okay, while observing their real intentions, because if you don't, you will be in trouble. See, always pause before you respond to a text, phone call, email from a fake friend, okay? Don't immediately react to messages, calls, DMs, visits. Don't. Give yourself time to access your feelings in the situation, because guess what? You will remember how they made you feel, see? And you cannot give them the benefit of the doubt. You must remember the same emotion that you felt dealing with them, see? Because that's going to be what? That's your signal. That's your guide. That is to put you back into that same seat, to remember how they treated you, okay? Now, when you do this, it prevents them from getting a reaction that they can manipulate, see? Another thing is you want to observe their intentions. As I mentioned, ask yourself, are they returning to generally reconnect, or are they trying to what? Or are they only trying to reconnect because they want something? Are their actions consistent, or their words? So you have to just know, because if you don't, you're gonna be in trouble. You want to just keep those interactions between you and them at a minimum first. Respond politely, but don't overcommit or share personal details. See, as they're trying to come back. Avoid jumping back into the same patterns that you left before, because all they're going to do is loop it, and your energy is limited, so you must always protect it. Do not give your attention to just any old body. Be selective. See, set clear boundaries. You notice I said clear ones that other people can see, because if they ask for favors, emotional support, or information, decide what you are willing to give and say no when needed. Get comfortable saying no. Get comfortable. See, because that's the only way for you to show those clear boundaries. Because boundaries, I'm gonna tell you something about boundaries. Boundaries, they show the fake friend you are not the same as before. See, and it also shows that you won't tolerate the past behavior that you experienced with them. So you have to watch their reactions as you observe them, because real friends will respect boundaries without drama. Fake friends may try to guilt trip you, manipulate, or disappear again. You know, when it comes to playing mind games, their reaction oftentimes reveals their true character. So you must decide their place in your life. After you observe them over time, make a conscious choice. You either gonna keep them close if they show loyalty and respect, or distance them permanently if they're manipulative or opportunistic. See, because they'll fall into the category of the other two types of fake friends. Ultimately, focus on yourself. I can't preach this enough. Don't let their return distract you from your goals, your projects, or your growth. Keep your focus on your own life, not theirs. Keep your focus on your own energy and your priorities. And remember that people come and go. See, people come and go, but your peace and power are yours to protect. See, so the power principle here is distance plus observation equals clarity. And see, the people who are meant to stay will prove themselves naturally, and the fake ones will reveal themselves quickly. So that's the best way, the best example to remember in a nutshell, to understand this better, is that the people who are meant to stay will prove themselves naturally. It'll happen naturally. You don't have to do nothing to make it work. But the fake ones, they will reveal themselves quickly. See, because it's almost like they're trying to sabotage. Put it like this, it's clear as day. They can't hide it. See, and another thing is, let me see. Always wait. When I said pause before you respond, okay, because the fake friend and betrayal, this is to avoid this. You must always pause before responding. Hell, give yourself 24 hours before you respond. Don't never react instantly. See, to messages, calls, DMs, visits, take your time to assess the situation. Do not be in a rush. See, when you're dealing with a fake person, fake friend, take your time, because you never know, they could be manipulative. See, so you must always observe their intentions, especially if it's not clear to you. Always ask yourself, are they returning to a real connection, to establish a real connection, or personal gain? Are their actions consistent with the words? Are they respecting your boundaries? Now, another thing is this is not for you to be paranoid, okay? You don't want to be paranoid when you're dealing with this. It's not, I'll say this, it does take practice, but it's not like rocket science, okay? It's just that when you operate like this, it'll actually keep you more in control of your power. See, your attention. Because you can be drained. It could lead to confusion, depression, when you start to value others or put them first before yourself because of the control or the influence that they may have over you. because you don't, let's say you don't want to nip it in the bud, or you don't want to end the cycle. See, appreciate that, Sag World. It's just like, welcome everybody just came in. But it's like, I had to say this because it's just because you talk to someone, see, people tend to think that just because you have a good conversation with someone, that's your friend. See, we play with that word too much. We think that the neighbor across the street talks to us for an hour or two, takes time aside to give us the attention. We tend to automatically assume that, oh, that person is my friend. No. See? And that's the thing, because you gotta understand, your enemy chooses you. You don't choose your enemy. Because when someone is your opposition, they go against you. See? They don't respect you. They don't value you. See, if they did, then they will what? Then they will join you. So a person that constantly goes against you, it shows you who they really are. It shows you their identity. See? But another thing is, sometimes you have to be, you can't be afraid to be alone sometimes, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you, some people, they get, okay, when it comes to them pulling, let's say you're the type of person that you like to have someone around, you really don't like to be to yourself. So you might feel like it may be difficult to actually pull away your energy and create the distance. Maybe you might feel like it's too quiet. But you can't think like that, because that's when you are at your best, when you are alone. See, because that way you can hear from the intuition a lot better. Okay, so sometimes when you get the feeling that something is off, and I want to talk about this. When you feel like something is off, sometimes you might not want to eat anything. Maybe you become overwhelmed. You get anxious. But as I mentioned, your body reacts first. See, when something's wrong. But you just want to make sure that you focus at that point. Pull your energy away. Take your attention away from that situation, almost as if you and that person aren't friends anymore. And I'm gonna tell you, you'll thank me later, because then once you put your focus on you take your focus off of them and put it on your own things that you want to do and accomplish, it's almost like you will start to realize, like, yo, you will see the power. You will see the power transfer that I was speaking of. You will see the change and say, yo, how did this happen? Ever since I just pulled my energy away. See? So, some people, like I say, give me 1 second, y'all. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Find my notes. My fault, you guys. Okay. Okay. Let me see something. Okay. This is now. When I say you must be selective over your friends, okay, is that the reason why I'm saying this is because obviously it's the opposite of a fake friend. And these are the people who choose carefully to keep you in their circle because they add the value, the loyalty, and the positivity in your life. Now, always choose quality over quantity when it comes to, friends. You don't need a big group of friends because you cannot simply manage all of them. You must keep only people who genuinely support, respect, and inspire you. Okay. Also look at the loyalty and the consistency, because selective friends, they show up when it matters, not just when it's convenient for them. They are consistent with words and actions. There's a mutual respect exchange here. So the boundaries are respected without the drama involved. So you could disagree or say no to them and they don't hold it against you. That's cold-blooded. See, another thing is the positivity and the growth that comes with it. So they encourage your goals and your growth, not compete with you unnecessarily. They celebrate wins and help you through your struggles. They give you the emotional stability. Selective friends, they don't drain your energy. They help you think clearly and not create constant drama. See, they also it's also tied to the trust and the confidentiality. So you can share things with them, and guess what? You can share things with them without fear. See, or gossip or betrayal, because the secrets and the personal matters stay safe. Now, here's the problem why I said loyalty is an illusion. Loyalty is not love. See, loyalty checks over time. See, that's the difference. Because true selective friends prove themselves gradually, especially during tough times. That's why I said loyalty is on a long-term scale. See, because that's the proving grounds. Now, another thing is that you must observe their actions before fully trusting them. That's the only way. Now, your circle should be tight, see, not wide. Every person in it should lift your energy and not drain it. That's how you know that you're surrounded by real selective friends, not fake ones. Now, here's another thing, not to mention, okay, so you have to be able to differentiate the energy drainers versus the energy gainers, okay? You got to make a mental list of the people in your life. Ask yourself, after spending time with this particular person, do I feel energized or drained? Keep the ones who uplift you and distance yourself from those who drain you, because you got to observe the loyalty and the consistency, as I mentioned. Now, another, when I said keep your circle tight, quality is better than quantity. So aim for what? A few loyal friends, a few strong loyal friends rather than many shallow ones. And your circle should be a what? Source of peace, strategy, and motivation. Now, I got one more thing, okay? Always, when I said give yourself 24 hours to respond, okay? Because sometimes when people try to get back in your life, they want to get back in right away. They don't want to wait. They want to do it on their time. That shows they're not serious. Okay? Because you gotta, when somebody loses power, they're gonna quickly try to get right back in your good graces. Now, why? Because it protects your energy, okay? You're not reacting instantly, and it's not giving them any leverage, any power over you. See, when they say hurry up and I gotta know now and can't wait, I gotta, you're gonna give me the key back or the access back right now. I'm busy the rest of the week. When that happens, that means that the person's trying to manipulate your emotions. See, by you protecting your energy, doing the 24-hour rule, you're able to not react instantly, giving them an answer right away. Also, it shows that you're busy with more important things. People notice that when you don't drop everything for them, they notice your power, and they notice they have no control over you. Also reveals their intentions, because genuine friends will wait and respect your time. Fake friends, they may get impatient, pushy, and disappear. Another thing is it reduces the drama, slows down emotional escalations and unnecessary arguments, and it builds self-control. See, now that's what maintains peace, because you practice patience and detachment instead of giving immediate attention just because they ask of it. See, and they wonder why they try to steal it from you in the first place. See, they want that attention ASAP. They don't want to wait for it. They don't want you to decide. They don't want you to, because they know you're going to see them, see, for who they truly are. And don't feel obligated, because sometimes it's a trap. Sometimes you could feel obligated. So always pause and take a deep breath, see, because when you get a message or a call from that person, don't react immediately. Do not. Take a few deep breaths. This prevents okay, when you take a deep breath, take a few, because this prevents emotional or impulsive responses. It keeps you from explaining, oh, hey, this is what happened, because you're anxious or you're nervous. You could also set your timer, decide to wait a full 24 hours before responding to a text from them. See, email, DMs, or anything like that. Okay, because you want to use the time to observe your own feelings, not theirs. See, you have to ask yourself, am I annoyed by them, their behavior? Am I anxious? Am I calm? See, don't focus on their feelings. Another thing is observe their behavior. See, watch for signs of patience, pushiness, because you gotta, hey, with the patience, it's like this. Do they respect your time and space? Yes or no? Or are they impatient? Multiple messages, spam calling you, spam texting, guilt trips, pressure. They're not ready. See? So they know no second chance regardless. And also observe their behavior for disinterest, okay? Because this means that what? They don't follow up at all. And you must always plan your response. That's why I said give yourself 24 hours, because before replying to someone, ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Does their tone show respect or manipulation? And can I respond calmly without giving them power? See, without giving them attention, without giving them energy. Because here's the key. Less is more. So you want to always keep it short and sweet and neutral. See, because by doing so, you may say something like, yo, I got your message, but I'll get back to you later. See, you could avoid that. That in itself is going to allow you to avoid emotional explanations and oversharing. See, because that will require you to give more of your attention. So always be observant for their reaction, because what? Respectful reaction, they accept your timing, respond appropriately, or wait for you to continue. Fake manipulation reaction, what does that do? They guilt trip you, push, complain, or get defensive. So always keep them in your circle only if they respect your boundaries and add value, and distance yourself or remove them if they show impatience, entitlement, or manipulation. So ultimately, protect your energy going forward. Do not feel guilty for what your decision was. In regards to your 24-hour boundary, like I say, and always wash, rinse, repeat, okay, the process or other situations, because listen, they will quickly learn that you won't be rushed or manipulated. And here's the thing, here's the greatest thing. Your attention is currency, see? So delay shows value when you wait to respond. It protects your energy and reveals intentions. So that's why I said, when you take your attention away, they crumble. They cannot handle the delay of which you respond. See? Because listen, by them, they do not want you to listen, they do not want you to think that they're waiting on you to decide. They get pissed. They'll hang up on you. Oh, he told me to wait. Oh, he said he's busy. He'll get to me later. How dare, like they can see the power. They can see the power change, change, or they can tell that they no longer have any influence over you or control. Now, let's say if your girl, like let's say you got a fake, let's say you in a relationship and your girl is hanging around the opposite sex. Let's say she has male friends and then she's doing it around you, okay? I'm gonna break this down because this is a different dynamic. Okay, so so basically in this situation, always stay calm, okay, and observe. Don't react with jealousy, anger, or accusations when you see this happen. Always pay attention to how she behaves around this person and how that person behaves around her. See? Your goal is clarity, not drama here. Always assess the intentions. Ask yourself, is this girlfriend of you, always ask yourself, is this fake girlfriend of yours someone who's trying to manipulate you, gossip, or compete with you, okay? Ask yourself, does your girl know the person's tendencies? See this? And ask yourself, are these signs of loyalty or deception? Because listen, fake people often, they will test your boundaries. They'll seek attention. They'll create drama to control what? To control the situation. Pull your power back. Don't overreact or try to control who she hangs with. Focus on your own energy and priorities. Your actions show confidence and self-respect. People oftentimes reveal their true intentions when you stop reacting emotionally and chasing them. See? And then you want to set boundaries if needed, because if you notice disrespect, inappropriate behavior, or gossip, calmly communicate those boundaries. Say something such as, hey, I don't like when people speak badly about others around me, for example. Or, hey, I value loyalty and honesty in my relationships. But this don't go around acting like don't just ignore it and do nothing about it. Always observe the behavior over their words, because fake friends or fake girlfriends, they often talk more than they act. See? On things. They also you want to watch their actions. And ask yourself, do they respect the relationship or just pretend it? See? Always pull your energy back slightly when you're without drama, just to test their loyalty. See? Now, always observe how she responds, because you have to ask yourself, does she respect your space? See? Don't or you could ask yourself, does she let the fake influence her? Now, your peace is your priority. So focus on yourself ultimately. And always remember that you cannot control others, but you can control your attention, your energy, and your boundaries. So that's where the real influence is. That's where it comes from. Now, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I'll be dropping some videos today. And like, comment, share, subscribe, and smash that like button. I appreciate y'all. Happy birthday, Pisces out there. And shout out to any other zodiac signs out there. Thanks for watching. Peace out.